right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka TheIndianJesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you. And let's party! Big shout out to the replay gang. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this. Even though you missed the live party, guys, that is the best part. So make sure you are here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it. So hit that subscribe, ring the bell, and you will never miss an IndianJesus live party ever again. If you'd like to support the channel, head on over to TheIndianJesus.com for your very own official merch. It's getting cold. Get yourself a hoodie, get yourself a jacket, all at TheIndianJesus.com. Guys, we do also have a Discord server that is absolutely free to join. Look at that. Just like that. As easy as that to join. 24/7, we are in there hanging out, having an awesome time. And it is a great place to meet people, have interesting conversations. And like I said, it's absolutely free. However, if you are a member here on this channel on YouTube, you can scroll right below the video, hit that join button. There's a few different tiers here, but it starts at just $2.99 a month. Gets you members-only live streams here on YouTube, all that other good stuff. But it also opens up the full Discord server, guys. That is right. There is more than the free stuff. There's free stuff, but then there's more, including the after party. So as soon as we are done here, we are headed over there. We don't have to worry about any of these YouTube censors, and you are not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. It is a good time. Definitely come and join us. Shout out to Ruthless Admin. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. We also got King Nirvana. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right, guys. So for the final party, well, actually, I haven't decided what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. I got to talk to some people. We might be here tomorrow, but officially, this is the last party of 2024. So I figured what better way to party than look back at the entire year and see what we missed. You know, this is not really a news channel. So a lot of times things will happen and it's not really, enough to do a whole stream on it. And so we just kind of don't really talk about it. And so I figured let's remedy that. So we're going to be a little bit all over the place. We have a couple compilation videos. I've got some lists of stuff. We'll see where it goes, but let's just dive right in with the wildest political moments of 2024, according to the Washington Post.
The Lord Almighty came out and said, Joe, get out of the race. I get out of the race. The Lord Almighty's not coming down.
I like doing stuff like this. I like conversations.
Is cocaine a stronger up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not great. Stiffs, as I would call them.
You'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling? Well,
No.
We see you. We hear you. And we stand with you.
I picked up the bear and put it in the back of my van.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
A responsible owner does what they need to do.
Pretty big bunny, huh?
Hey, it's Doug.
I was literally about to be like, what's that guy's name again? What's that guy's name again?
Does what they need to do.
Pretty big bunny, huh?
Hey, it's Doug.
They think he looks good in a bathing suit.
A floating island of garbage. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
And you're in the boat, and the battery's now underwater, and there's a shark.
How'd that happen? I guess I just forgot.
I'll take electrocution every single time. All I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
It's the end of the magnets. And yeah, gang around, we will look back on Biden's nonsense with fondness one day. One day soon. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. But I completely agree. Shout out to Devin Soup. Welcome to the party. Very, very good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. We're just taking a look at this smash cut of all the craziest stuff from 2024, and then we'll pick out some stuff here that you're like, oh, we're never going to talk about that, or oh, well, let's talk about this, or whatever. I'm letting you guys in the driver's seat.
Know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets. The scientist went out, said hello to his girlfriend, and that was the end of that. She died, and then people started dying all over the place. But who knows? It's a country buster, and it's busting our country. Supply chain. Things we never even heard about. Childcare is childcare. Wokenized. Never fight up. Pill me.
How did we not pick up that one? Wokenized.
We never even heard about. Childcare is childcare. Wokenized.
How did we not pick up on that one?
Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow.
We'll be resting pretty quickly. Resting meaning resting the case. I won't be resting.
Speaking of arrests, shout out to Dick's Insider. Welcome. Talking about Jimmy Carter. His look back on with fondness now, one of the worst presidents. So, yeah, I believe you indeed are correct, sir. I had to really kind of be like, wait, what really did he do? Because, I mean, obviously, I wasn't alive during the Carter administration, and I wasn't paying attention until way later. So, yeah, I mean, RIP, definitely, one of the 46, right? One of the 46. Should have been one of the 45. Rolls off the tongue a lot easier, but,
Come on, man. We'll be resting pretty quickly. Resting meaning resting the case. I won't be resting. I don't rest. I like to rest sometimes, but I don't get to rest.
He appeared to be asleep.
In the courtroom, it's freezing, by the way. They don't seem to be able to get the temperature up. It shouldn't be that complicated.
We are feeling en fuego right now.
And this is Russian wine. It's from Crimea.
He likes wine. I don't really like wine. I like Grey Goose.
Never had a drinking problem.
I just like hot dogs. I had one for lunch today. What are you
McDonald's.
doing? Not eating gummies.
I'm cognitively.
What was that? I didn't.
For lunch today. What are you doing? Not eating gummies.
Never saw that clip before.
Hot dogs. I had one for lunch today. What are you doing? Not eating gummies.
I'm cognitively very strong.
Sure?
Nikki Haley is in charge of security.
I have concepts of a plan.
I'm basically.
That was probably one of the, saying this is kind of a good thing, but that was probably the worst moment from Donald Trump all year. The concepts of a plan. Not a great moment. Terrible line. Easy for the Democrats to just hop on, but it didn't really make a difference in the debate. And then everything else has been, stuff like this, where Donald Trump was wild in
A truthful person. But and frankly,
the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check.
I'm J.D. Vance, American Vice President. Let's see it.
Okay.
I've become friends with
okay.
school.
And that's, that moment is one of those things where that would be in a compilation of like pop culture moments that we don't talk about enough or something. And this is something that all the time we talk about how things seem really obvious to us because we're paying attention to stuff. You're, watching a show every other day. I'm doing a show every other day. We're paying attention to stuff when we're not watching this show, but most people don't. And so when you're like, I'm running for vice president and someone is just doing their job, I'm like, okay.
We're going to fact check.
I'm J.D. Vance, American Vice President. Let's see it.
Okay.
I've become friends with school shooters.
DeSantis called me. Petrified.
Maybe we got another Red Sox fan down in Florida for y'all up here in Red Sox Nation.
Nice story.
I want to present.
Yeah, I was friends with, I don't even want to say it. Like, what are you
School
doing?
shooter.
What are
Fact
you
check.
doing? I get where he was trying to, I get what, the sentiment that he was trying to say, that, we want to bring people, we want to be inclusive, but, make friends?
Yeah, it's American Vice President. Let's see it.
Okay.
I've become friends with school shooters.
Like who? Name one.
DeSantis called me. Petrified.
Maybe we got another Red Sox fan down in Florida for y'all up here in Red Sox Nation.
Nice story.
I want to present.
When they're cut like that, they are kind of funny.
Sox fan down in Florida for y'all up here in Red Sox Nation.
Nice story.
I want to present to you this participation trophy.
Can you believe he endorsed me? Boy, that must have been a painful day in his life.
She is being utilized in a covert manner to swing voters.
You must really.
That was a big one too. This
His
was
life.
that
She is
when
being utilized in a covert manner to
when Biden put on the Trump hat. When Biden put on, I mean, does it actually say "Make America Great Again" or is it just Trump? Either way, because this was right after. This was like a week after he dropped out of the race. And that was, we were just like, oh, we're done, we win.
voters.
You must really hate her.
Excuse me, I'm doing this.
Uh-oh.
I just love you. That is weird behavior.
We're not weird. We're other things, perhaps.
All right, weird. They really tried to make weird work. And people were using it for a good 2-3 weeks. They were really trying to be like, oh my God, that's so weird. Like, oh, okay, all right. If you think wanting to be in a family is weird, then I guess I'm weird.
Senator Baldwin, why don't you get out here in this frozen lake?
I'm being indicted for you. My first thought went to, well, Jesus Christ died for my sins.
Get that fat pig off the couch. Black people walking around with my
Yeah, I'm starring this. We are definitely gonna have to come back and take a look at when they were on Broadway. I didn't actually, I mean, like I saw that it happened. I didn't actually watch any videos or anything. Dixon said he got the most votes ever. True.
My sin.
If you count the dead people.
Get that fat pig off the couch. Black people walking around with my mugshot. She happened to turn.
Including, in case
Fat
you missed it.
pig off the couch. Black people walking around with my mugshot.
Boom! Right here, you can get your very own hoodie with Donald Trump's mugshot. Look at it! Just look at it!
Happened to turn black. They're taking black jobs now.
The job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs.
He took
Is it though?
took showers. They came out of there. They said, "Oh my God, that's unbelievable."
This weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Weird. It's weird. Now you can notice the general tone of this video because it's from the Washington Post. So we're gonna look at some other lists, but keep in mind where they're focusing. A lot of this. If you want to if you wanted to do a weird moments in politics, there's so much like not election based stories that you could do. But it's always a way to get at Trump.
Said, "Oh my God, that's unbelievable."
This weird obsession with crowd sizes.
You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking.
They're misogynistic pigs.
I'm not into personal attacks.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
Tell us about Jewish space. No, why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers? And really, why don't you off?
If he loses
I'm really good at this shit.
That's bullshit.
Eat or bullshit.
Maybe this is one of those black jobs. That's definitely exactly. A hawk to a hawk coin, just things like that. That okay, maybe that's not politics per se, because this is the Washington Post, so they're not necessarily going to be these are the wildest moments in politics. We are not necessarily giving just to politics, so there's going to be other stuff like that. But I think that might be the top. Shout out to Richard Hardy. Welcome to the party. So they talk about black jobs, but you'll never hear them mention the fact that the state is the #1 employer of blacks in America. Shh. It's a secret. Welcome to the party, brother. Welcome. Oh, he needs a vigorous spanking.
Are messing up.
Tell us about Jewish space. No, why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers? And really, why don't you off?
If he loses
I'm really good at this shit.
That's bullshit.
Eat or bullshit.
You're a vice president.
People might call him an asshole, but he's my asshole.
These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
It starts with a W. There's a letter in between and the last letter is F.
The late great Hannibal Lecter.
Wait, what did she just say?
I'm an asshole, but he's my asshole.
These are the kind of guys you like
This is not sped up at all. This is normal.
to smack in the ass.
It starts
Okay, it starts with a W.
with a W. There's a letter in between and the last letter is F.
E? Like the W-E? Yeah? Is that what she's talking about?
Late great Hannibal Lecter. This is the weave, a little weave. If he suggests, "I'd like to have you for dinner," don't go.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
This is very special and
Yeah, you killed.
Mike, you gotta make it too big to rig.
We finally beat Medicare.
MAGA time, baby.
You're stuck with me as president for a while, kid. There's no way out.
That's 2024, according to the Washington Post. So let's actually, you know what? Which one is this? Let's switch over. And this one is a little bit more in the realm of trends, pop culture, and stuff like that. Yeah, the white dudes for Harris even trying to call themselves dudes. Not quite. So again, keep in mind any of these that you if you don't know what they are, or you're like, what is that from? Or let's dig into whatever we can. Check this one out.
Of course, we have to try the new.
You guys, put a one in the chat if you do not know about the Costco boys.
Oh my gosh, you love Elmo, don't you? Elmo, you okay?
Weird. Elmo liked you before.
When you put on Apple Vision Pro, you see your world and everything in it.
It's been an incredible journey to get to this point.
There's just so many things bad about it.
That's did you guys see any of the like that's another one. Let's take a look. What is this thing called? The AI
and everything in it.
It's been an incredible journey to get to this point.
Humane AI pin? Is that what we're let's try that. If you guys haven't seen that, it's such a what a loser. Humane AI pin. Let's just do the actual. Give me a short one. Yeah. So this is a they tried to yeah. So Dylan Soup said the Marquis speeding being the least crazy thing this year. Yeah, I mean, it was bad, but like what's his name? Jack Doherty actually crashed, and his friend's face was all bloody. And you know that wasn't that was a little bit worse. So exactly, the least crazy thing this year. But yeah, still bad, but still. But yeah, the you would think that with all this technology, all this AI stuff coming out, that the you know, products that we saw would be amazing. And there are, you know, with you saw the VR glasses that are, you know, supposedly pretty cool, but for the most part, we're still not really there. And I don't know this exact video, but they this Indian guy that was in where is it? In this guy. Well,
AI.
Everything in it.
It's been an
with this guy has, you know, he came out with this this pin and was trying to act like it was revolutionary in the way that we were going to use AI.
Incredible journey. The Humane AI pin has taken the world by storm, and people can't stop talking about it.
Hey, shout out to Insider. Thank you so very, very much. And of course, every donation comes with a treat for Morty. I'm rusty. I haven't been on my banners or anything like that, but you come through either way. And we got another one from Carl's Frosted Tips. Thank you, sir. Said Trump in 3 weeks. Let's go. 2025. Feed Morty. Morty is fed. Thank you. So very, very much, gentlemen. That makes you the new co-sponsors of the stream. Very, very, very much appreciated. That's 2 out of 15, guys. Don't forget to check out the Swole Goal. Let's get me pumped up. Let's go. Thank you so very, very much.
It's taken the world by storm, and people can't stop talking about it.
Incredibly poor proposition.
Do I recommend you get one right now? Definitely not.
It's so bad, in fact, that I think it's actually kind of distracting to like understand what the point of the device is.
Hi there, I'm Sam Tucker, and today we have exclusive access to the Humane headquarters. Welcome to Inhumane. So the Humane pin integrates seamlessly with AI to answer the questions no one else can.
Can I eat this?
Yes, it's a vegetable. You're at a market.
Hey, what should I get you?
Read the menu.
Like those are literally from the actual commercial. This is from the real commercial. Can I eat that?
It's a vegetable. You're at a market.
Hey, what should I get you?
Read the menu or ask the waiter.
Play songs from the last time we were here.
She wants to play songs with her titties? And how are you getting phone reception in the middle of nowhere? So the AI pin was built with the help of a former Apple engineer. And he says the pin has no apps. It just processes all of your requests through AI. Oh, how does that work, Imran?
Shout out again, gentlemen. Very, very, very much appreciated. And look what we got. 3 weeks until we see you in office, sir. Welcome to the party. Said free prostate exams for all the trans women. I don't know about that, but I'm still with you, sir. Hey, we got another one from Carl. Thank you. Said I came here to deport and chew gum, and I'm out of gum. Well, see, if you weren't paying me, you can go buy yourself some more. But, oh, isn't it so cute? Thank you, sir. And that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Thank you. We also got Indyville. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. Welcome. All right, let's see what this thing is and how bad. Watch how bad he tries to be like, no. This is all totally cool.
Processes all of your requests through AI. Oh, how does that work, Imran?
These AIs are streamed on demand at the speed of thought.
All right, let's test out that speed with a real world example.
Call Aaron.
Huh. Guess it's thoughts aren't very fast, are they?
It's the Cybertruck of AI devices.
Is it? Oh, there you go.
The pin attaches to your clothes only through magnets, which means that if someone really wanted to, they could snatch that $700 right off your chest.
Hey.
And if you attach the pin while using a pacemaker, I don't know, you might die. Still with us? Then let's have a look at some of the gestures. You simply touch the pin when you want to ask it a
Shout out to Guam Dag. Welcome to the party. It's time to import a bunch of smarty pants Indians and piss off Whitey. Yeah, I'm not really happy with how all that has been going down. I don't love it. The meme right strikes again right on cue. Indeed. Welcome to the party. What do you mean don't do the Cybertruck like that? The Cybertruck is the worst thing designed since this. Let's, okay, wow. Oh, you guys are pretty optimistic about 2025. We had the poll. Do you think that 2025 is going to be better or worse than 2024? And 92% of you said it's going to be better. Gang. So let's ask about the Cybertruck. Is the Cybertruck good? Let's just stay with good and bad. Is the Cybertruck good? Yes or no? We getting there.
Still with us? Then let's have a look at some of the gestures. You simply touch the pin when you want to ask it a question. You can swipe to turn the volume up and down, tap to play, and pinch to foreplay. Of course, if you want more control, you can use hand gestures. Just hold out your hand and the pin will project a display onto your palm. Tilt your
kind of like holding a phone.
Hand to hover over different things, pinch fingers to select, close your hand to go home, and if you want to turn off the device, just give it this gesture.
Turning off. I know when I'm not wanted.
There we go. Now, this projector, of course, does use up a lot of battery.
Okay, now it's suddenly overheated.
And so does everything else on the device.
I've had a pin nuke through the entire booster battery in 2 hours, while not really doing much of anything.
And so
again, what is the argument against this being the Cybertruck of AI pins?
It comes with a battery booster as well as a battery booster. And the charging case, which has a battery. And with all these batteries, it might just get through a whole day, especially if it overheats and turns off, which it tends to do.
Your AI pin needs to cool down for a few minutes.
And so, I mean, it goes, well, okay, we're almost done there.
Wow, this really was engineered by an Apple guy, wasn't it? Throw it in the fridge, boys. The all-new Humane AI pin.
Everyone said, I'm a little behind, but when he shows you how to press the pin, it's not actually there. It's like a piece of paper. What do you mean? I don't know what this means.
It can do everything.
Make me sound more excited.
Well, except the impossible. He's so excited, and it turns out he can hide it. Oh, hi everyone. Thanks for watching.
So yeah, that is the Cybertruck of AI, and it was bad. And of course, we got, right there
about it.
Yeah. Shout out to Marquise. That the big thing here is when these guys have the supercars, they, they'll go and do these polls on straightaways, and usually they'll block out the speedometer. But he was going like 90 or something, which is that really a big deal? Like, what do you think people with supercars do? I drive 90 down the highway sometimes, and I drive a Sentra. And I was doing it in my Chrysler 200. Not when there's traffic around, but if you got 4 lanes, what's the big deal? Anyway, as you can see, there was another, for whatever reason, speedometer over here. And let's get a look at that. Marquise. I don't
Well, it's safe to say this moment really destroyed Marquise Brownlee's image for a large portion of the internet, as he's...
Carl says, Cybertrucks are cool. I'd get one for free, but I'd rather have a big-ass truck. Exactly. I mean, even for free, I would just get it to sell it right back, or to sell it to somebody, or sell it for parts, or get rid of it. Well, I mean, it's just, we'll go into, yeah, not the Chrysler 300, Chrysler 200. You know, big baller, big baller. But that, I guess we're gonna have to go there next. We're gonna have to go there next. With most of you saying the Cybertruck is good,
still dealing with the ripple effects of this massive mistake here. Dude was simply one blur effect away from not having to deal with any of this. But now people have seemingly filed a bunch of requests for police body cam footage of his various traffic stops. So the dude's been caught, so now people are looking for more evidence of this behavior. So how do we get here? Well, on November 11th, Marquise dropped a video titled "Do Not Try at Home." And this upload was essentially just a video ad for the DJI action cameras. And in this video, he had a small clip of him absolutely ripping it in a Lamborghini Revolto. 20 miles an hour to 96 in a 30 mile an hour zone.
And if you want.
There we go. All right. Slow. Caution for kids there.
Yikes.
There's the 35 mile an hour speed
Our
limit sign.
Cybertruck.
He's now at 54. Oh, right.
Has successfully.
Oh. And so again, you can see that they did block it out, but they forgot about this one. And this guy's supposed to be like a very family-friendly, guy that has never gotten in trouble with anything. And so this really is bad for his image. And like, yeah, it's definitely not good to be speeding in a school zone. I forgot that it was actually a school zone. But I mean, worse things have happened on the internet, right? Worse things have happened. But you can see, yeah, it's blocked out here, but stupid.
Oh, and then you have a school crossing sign right ahead there as well. Oh boy.
Yeah, we can call it out. Yeah. So we can call it out, but without saying, it is the worst thing in the world. So let's see. I just grabbed a random one here. This one's got 1.3 million views about 3 things I hate about my Cybertruck after only 13,000 miles. Now, I don't know which one is in this. I've seen a bunch of videos on TikTok, of course. I've seen a bunch of videos on TikTok where they go through stress testing, all the different things, and it's horrible. So I don't know how bad this is going to be. But 57% of you are wrong.
Our Cybertruck has successfully driven 13,000 miles with surprisingly very few issues. And as our first 8 months come to a close, I have a few thoughts that might be useful to people who are considering using the Cybertruck as a work truck. There are 3 things I absolutely love about this truck and 3 things that I absolutely hate.
Okay, all right. So we're getting a little bit of balance here. A little bit of balance.
1, it's bulletproof to 9mm handgun, which is pretty baller. 2, it also catches an insane amount of eyeballs, which as a company...
Yeah, but they're not like, oh, cool, look, a Cybertruck. Like, what a fucking loser.
Which is pretty baller. 2, it also catches an insane amount of eyeballs, which as a company truck is a double-edged sword that I'll get to more in a second. And 3, the steer-by-wire is legitimately incredible. Combined with the rear-wheel steering makes the truck super fun and unique to drive, and I really do think this will be more common in vehicles in the future. The ownership experience, though, over the last 8 months has not been all sunshine and roses. I have driven 3 different Cybertrucks. The green one, which I borrowed, the gold one, which I plated in real 24-karat gold, and then...
Why? Why?
Gave back to Ridge Wallet. And this one, the blue one, which I own. And 2 of the 3 had a screw in the door that would work itself out over time. I can fix this on my own, obviously. Tesla doesn't need a recall for this one screw, but there have been 5 recalls for other things. The most recent recall is the backup camera that just goes black and fails to boot up when moving in reverse. This is a federal requirement passed.
That's safe. That's good, good design. Making sure that you can see when you need to see. Shout out to Taco Baco. Welcome. I've seen it. If you have a specific link or a specific search term, I would love to I mean, we can find that after if he's not talking about this. But as you can see, we're at 50-50 now. We're at 50-50 by the end of this video. By the end of this video, y'all better smarten up. Welcome, Taco Baco.
That just goes black and fails to boot up when moving in reverse. This is a federal requirement passed back in 2018. Tesla just released an easy over-the-air software update as a fix for that one. There are some pieces of trim that would fall off while driving, and this one needs a visit to the service center so they could re-glue some of the strips of metal back down. This is a bigger deal since parts should not be falling off of the truck while driving.
No, they should not. They should not be doing that.
And it does show that the stainless steel is not a complete exoskeleton like Tesla claimed back at the original launch event. And as another side note, everyone I talked to seems shocked that the glass on the Cybertruck is not bulletproof.
I was actually going to ask that before. When he's like, oh, it's bulletproof for a 9mm. Wouldn't you aim at the windows anyway? It doesn't seem like you're the type of dude who needs that. I don't know where you live. Don't know where you live. But if you can afford a Cybertruck, probably not living in the hood, right?
Another side note, everyone I talked to seems shocked that the glass on the Cybertruck is not bulletproof, which is just another residual claim from that original launch event that Tesla never clarified or corrected. The truck that shipped was very different than the truck that was announced. There were some on-screen icons with small text. That was the third recall, another over-the-air update. The fourth recall was a bit more dangerous, and it was the accelerator pedal falling off and getting stuck in the full open throttle position.
So you could be driving, and then you press down on the gas and lift up, and the gas does not lift up, and it's just stuck there because it has the, as you can see, it has a thing here. The plate that he's holding goes on the actual pedal, and we push down, and then it would slip and get stuck, and you're fucked.
Third recall, another over-the-air update. The fourth recall was a bit more dangerous, and it was the accelerator pedal falling off and getting stuck in the full open throttle position. Kind of a big deal, and probably something Tesla should have caught before release. Under pressure, the foot pad can slide up and pin the accelerator at 100%. The brake pedal overrides the throttle pedal, so you can still stop the vehicle even with the throttle pinned, but still, kind of sketchy. One simple rivet from Tesla helps hold the throttle pedal in place. I probably would have put two, but that's just me. And finally, the windshield.
That is way too casual about, I might die, but no big deal, no big deal. So, shout out to Taco Baco. Let's see this crash test. And then you tell me.
Do you guys remember this video of the Cybertruck crash test that Tesla released on April 1st, where the impact was imminent at any second and you're on the edge of your seat the entire time waiting for it to happen, but it never actually happens? Well, we finally got to see those results during the Cybertruck delivery event, and I must admit, it looks absolutely horrifying, but probably not.
No, that guy, his head was a little bit more round. Henry Rollins looks similar to that. See how annoying it is? No, you're right. That I definitely saw it once. You said it. Taco said 35 miles per hour, and the driver is crushed into the dashboard. Because, I know we just looked at Marquise going 93, but 35 is faster than most people are going to go.
And I must admit, it looks absolutely horrifying, but probably not for the reasons you're thinking. There's been a massive amount of criticism of these crash tests by internet experts. See what I did there?
I get it. Experts. Shout out to Not BLT. Welcome to the party. And thank you so very, very much for the $1.99 course. A treat for Morty. Said Trump 2024. I'm more about that Trump 2025. You know what I mean? Trump 2024. We done did that. I'm ready for Trump 2025. Welcome to the party. Oh, my bad, Mr. Carl. Let me update that banner because, of course, you are the sole sponsor of the stream. But thank you so very, very much.
Some of these crash tests by internet experts. See what I did there? Who say that the Cybertruck is extremely poorly designed and dangerous. And not only dangerous for the people on the receiving end of it, but for the occupants inside as well. But is any of it actually true? Well, on first glance, when you watch the video in isolation, it sure looks like it might be, especially that full frontal crash.
No way. Is homeboy gonna pull? Well, actually, it's not that bad.
I mean, the truck was only going 35 miles an hour during this test, and look how much force is being inflicted on the passengers. So much force, in fact, that even the rear axle appears to snap in half. That can't be normal, right? Do you know what experts will tell you that the reason for this is that the stainless steel body is so strong that it can't crumple properly in an impact, which in turn directs those forces directly onto the occupants inside. Here's a video one of the experts made comparing it to other trucks, which he says have actual crumple zone.
All right, so we're going to go through this a couple times. So we can see we've got a bunch of different comparisons here. We've got the Toyota Tacoma, Ford Ranger, the Cybertruck, the Nissan Frontier, the Jeep Gladiator, and the Chevy Colorado. And so they're all doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
Here's a video.
And so if we look up upon impact, we're all, I'm all good. All right. But even already, this is all fucked up. But let's see the actual, if you're not familiar, the design of a car is supposed to be that the front crumples in or the back crumples in. And then to absorb, whether you are running into another car or a wall or whatever it is, to absorb some of that impact so that it doesn't go on to you. And then
one of the
look forward, and then the airbags from the Tacoma here already out. This crumples, and then this is going to be untouched.
The experts made comparing it to other trucks.
Like untouched. Look at this one, a little more crumble, but again, once we get to the frame, untouched. And they're all dead.
Which he says have actual crumple zones. This video got 5.5 million views and basically universal agreement in the comments that the Cybertruck is terribly designed and unsafe in every way possible.
Yup. Gwalin said, I don't mind the Cybertruck itself. I just hate people who buy any new tech on the debut. Like, hey, idiot, every new tech will have issues. Haven't you ever bought a game console on release? Some people don't care about that. They're like, they just want to have the status. And that's why it's even more pathetic. Because it's like, oh, I know it's bad, but not everybody can get it. So I can be cool with the thing that doesn't work. Okay, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to do.
But what if I were to tell you, and I know this is going to sound completely crazy, but what if I were to tell you that these experts may not be experts at all, or even have any clue at all what they're talking about?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong about the Cybertruck? There's no way. There's no way I'm wrong about the Cybertruck. No.
That comparison video was put together using completely different crash tests. The Cybertruck's the only one here doing a full frontal crash, where the others are doing what's called the front overlap, where only about a
I can't believe you see everything you see on the internet.
third of the front hits the barrier, which is much easier to dissipate energy. Here's a more fair comparison, showing it against one of the highest safety rated trucks you can buy, the F-150, specifically the all-electric Lightning. Now, please do tell me if I'm missing something here, but I am not seeing a big difference in the crumple zone between these two. Where you will start to notice a bigger difference, though, is in the side impact tests.
So, I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff there that is extremely damning. I'm not going to go through it. And clearly people like the car. Why? I don't really know. But it's a bad car. It's badly designed, and nobody can change my mind.
The sun, of course, is good for many reasons. It's also bad. Is this really what a healthy person looks like? Since it's also bad. Is this really what a healthy person looks like?
The facial hair was actually the result of Meta's new AI features.
Lux Renaissance.
Hydrofoiling, huh? I did see that. It was pretty impressive, actually.
That is, oh my God. That is probably one of the biggest developments. The Google's notebook and making the AI podcast. Have you guys seen that? This is insane. Making a podcast with Google. What is it? What the hell is it called? Google Notebook. Just give me a short one. And Guamtech, this is similar to the thing that you were talking about, or that you were sharing with the AI, and how they were talking about AI, or the AI was talking about AI, and it is crazy how far we've gotten. I mean, the what is it? The humane pen may not have been the one, but
I'm going to show you how to make a ready-to-go podcast about anything: a book, a website, a video, a group of articles, in just minutes using Google's Notebook LM. You'll be amazed at how simple it is. The hottest one right now is Google's Notebook LM.
Hold on.
What you'll see when you get there, if it's
you get like a PDF or a study or
the new notebook link. I've already got a bunch of existing notebooks.
Something in
essence, Each notebook is a folder into which you can add content, and then Notebook LM will work only with the content in that folder or that notebook. So let's start a new notebook here. Our experiment here is add a website URL. It's useful. Lots of things you can do, but maybe the most interesting thing you can do is create an audio overview.
So if you input all our information, we have a study on transes, and we have a study on self-deletion, and we have a study on sports, and we put it all in there, and we want to see how it interacts with each other. And then you just click deep dive conversation.
And so what we're going to do, it's pretty simple. There's only one option here. You can click generate for minutes or so to generate.
Okay, so ready to dive deep with us. We're tackling.
So the summary that he put in said, Roger Dooley is a customer experience keynote speaker and author known for his books, Friction and Brainfluence, which focus on creating friction-free culture. His website has podcasts and cover topics like AI, customer experience,
Roger Dooley this time. And he's not just, an author. He's a keynote speaker and a friction hunter.
Yeah, catchy title, right?
Definitely grabs your attention. But before, we're all like, what even is a friction hunter? So we'll probably unpack that a bit. Goes right to the heart of why Dooley's work matters, I think.
Totally. You've probably bumped into friction as a customer, right? Maybe without even realizing it. Like that website that just makes you want to scream, or those endless phone menus, that feeling of, oh, why is this so hard?
Okay.
And so it just becomes a podcast. And instead of having to read all of these long things, you just throw it in and it becomes a very conversational thing. That's one of the biggest things. The fact that that was only October, that's crazy. I cannot imagine how far this stuff is going to go.
Hydrofoiling, huh? I did see that. It was pretty impressive, actually.
All right, so listeners wanted to dive into AI, specifically AI in video.
As AI gets better at creating and manipulating.
So this is what we're listening to. Is the Notebook LM.
Manipulating video. It's going to get harder and harder to tell what's genuine and what's been fabricated.
Things one could say about this. It's probably...
You all right, bro?
Shout
out to Jake Paul, who put a one in the chat if you think this fight was not rigged.
Every single fight, no matter how big or small, there's one hell of a story to tell.
Smoothing, the baby pygmy hippo.
Put one in the chat if you do not know. Oh, we already did that. Put a who doesn't know who Mudang is?
Hippopotamus seems to be everywhere.
Say, I don't know who Mudang is.
One of the 2 escaped emus in Horry County has been captured 6 months after the birds first broke free.
That's Peanut the squirrel, the New York State Department.
Dilly to Peanut. And what was the raccoon's name? Oh, man, already we forgot, or I forgot. You guys definitely know about Peanut the squirrel, right? Don't tell me you ain't heard about Peanut the
That's
squirrel.
Peanut the squirrel eating a waffle with his rescuer turned owner Mark Longo, who launched the critter to social media fame over the past 7 years. But now the squirrel and Longo are getting even more attention.
Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us.
The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation seized the pet and Longo's pet raccoon Fred on Wednesday. It said, quote, following multiple reports from the public about the potentially unsafe housing of wildlife that could carry rabies and the illegal keeping of wildlife as pets, DEC conducted an investigation. Then on Friday afternoon, it confirmed in a joint statement with the Chemung County Health Department that, quote, a person involved in the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. We spoke with Longo earlier Friday about the seizure of his home and farm in Pine.
What was the other one's name?
The person involved in the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. We spoke with Longo.
I kind of feel like it was Fred. Am I mistaken? I forget. What was his name?
Earlier Friday about the seizure of his home and farm.
Shout out to BA. Coming in on a low note. I apologize for that, but welcome to the party. We just did our dilly to Peanut. We were trying to remember the raccoon's name. I want to say it was Frank or Fred, but I forget. I forget. Yeah, and films like Lies, no one was bitten. She was just a Karen. And I was like, you're not supposed to have a squirrel. How dare you?
Farm in Pine City, which he says lasted 5 hours.
You need that many officers to show up to my house to literally pull my closets apart.
It was Fred. All right, dilly dilly to Fred as well. Oh. Poor Fred. Poor Freddy. Shout out. But we also had on a little bit of a higher note, if you guys are not familiar, Mooding!
She's quickly become an internet sensation. These days, Mooding, the baby pygmy hippopotamus, seems to be everywhere.
She is so adorable.
Across social media and websites, the meme of the moment. And so we're in Thailand.
Shout out to Bon Zig. Welcome to the party. Very, very, very good to see you. Thank you so very, very much, sir. Always a pleasure to have you here. Go on tag said, rest easy, Peanut. Trump most certainly got elected, mostly due to rodents' revenge. Hell yeah. What happened to the murderers, Karen? Probably nothing. I would imagine, like, technically, I think the because he didn't have a permit, I think technically he was, doing illegal stuff. And so she just reported an actual illegal thing. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to arrest people for arrest more people who aren't doing things wrong, but just living her life.
It's this way. Seeking out this unlikely superstar in the flesh. All of it. The rolls, the cheeks.
What do you like about her? She's cute. Most of the time I just see them on the internet. It makes me a little bit like, wow, it looks unreal that I get to see them with my own very eyes.
To see the curvy it girl, who at 2 months old has become the call sign for a world needing distraction and finding it cute, moist, and unbothered. Whether she
moist,
talks, eats, plays around, anything Mooding does gets a reaction. Mooding fever started just after she was born, when the zoo uploaded the first images of her to Instagram. Safe to say, the world went wild for the sassy, slippery baby, whose name means bouncing pig or pork patty. Her keeper, Adapanundi, is the human behind her star power and can't keep up with demand for more. Mooding is not more tired by this. The one who's tired is here, he says.
Do you think she realizes how popular she is?
Mooding may not know, he says, but her mom may be surprised, as before it was quiet.
All these goddamn people! They're just trying to live! I'm just trying to raise my baby! Shout out to Mooding. So this is kind of what we're doing here, just doing a speed run of all this stuff. And if you guys, hey, remember that? Let's do it. We are here for the party. Tagabako said he was breaking the law, but why euthanize? Why not relocate either the owner or the squirrel to a new home? Relocate the owner? What do you mean relocate the owner? I mean, I definitely see how there's probably not the proper resources to have a system for somebody who has an animal that what would the process, why would there be a process for you to have animals that you're not supposed to have? So I'm with you on why euthanize. There was absolutely no reason for that. Yeah, like the owner find a new home where it's legal. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, if they had given that an option, like that wasn't an option. Yo, some of you, this is an Indian spicy hot take. Harambe ain't got shit on Peanut. I gotta agree. Dicks out for Harambe. Don't get it twisted. But he did try to kill that fucking 3-year-old. I mean, the 3-year-old shouldn't have been there. He was just doing gorilla shit. But Peanut did nothing, right? Peanut did nothing. Fiona. Who's Fiona? Fiona who? What? Let me into that. Who is Fiona?
Months after the birds first broke free.
That's Peanut the squirrel. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation seized the pet.
The rat hole is now more iconic than the bean.
Wow, the rat hole.
Social media sensation dubbed the Bed-Stuy Aquarium.
Do you think? Very demure, very mindful.
Very mindful, very demure. See, we would talk a lot more about that if any of you guys were on TikTok.
More tonight about the secret tunnel built under a famous synagogue in Brooklyn.
There's a
Yo! Let's revisit this. The secret underground Jew tunnel. What? I don't even really remember what this was. Secret underground Jew tunnel. Are you supposed to say it like that? I don't know.
The police had to use.
I completely forgot about this. This is January. This is January. This is how we started the year. This is how we started the year.
Pepper spray to subdue them and to get them to follow direction and get out. At 770 Eastern Parkway, that's the Lubavitch Abad headquarters. They were having some work done, and as they were installing some new pipes, they broke through into a tunnel that ran.
Let's before we move on, Info said Fiona was a baby hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. She became famous after the murder of Harambe. The government used her as a distraction. Well, fuck you, government, because I don't know who the hell Fiona is, but dicks out for Harambe. They can try, but cheap import is right.
And, as they were installing some new pipes, they broke through into a tunnel that ran below the building, and they were very surprised by this. It turns out that a small number of the students at the shul, who were actually here from Israel, were digging a tunnel from the basement into adjoining buildings and taking the dirt and actually filling up a disused communal bath house. They said that the reason they were doing that was because if they poured it out on the sidewalk, everyone would know and they'd get busted.
I mean, makes sense, but how badly do you need a bathhouse?
And then they cut a hole through a grate so that they could come up out onto the sidewalk without having to get the key to the padlock to the cellar doors. The people who...
Can't stop him. He's being overly ambitious. Hey, that's what the American dream is all about, right? That's what the American dream is all about. Behave said, I'm guessing the Jews were examining each other's buttholes in a non-homo way. Probably not. Anyone said real Jews would be selling the dirt on eBay. Am I right? I'll give you a dilly for that. But that's because I know you're joking. That's the difference. If you're like, oh yeah, eBay, right? All these that's weird. So if that is the way you mean it, which I don't think it is, then go away. But I believe I'm on the same page as you.
To the sidewalk without having to get the key to the padlock to the cellar doors. The people who are in charge of 770 Eastern Parkway, when they discovered this, immediately put into motion plans to fill in the tunnels with cement. Unfortunately, these students, 5 of them, jumped into the hole and would not allow workers to complete the repairs.
Based? You're willing to put yourself in the way.
Strangely enough, they also would not get out of the holes once the police were called to remove them. And they literally started pulling panels off the wall in the sanctuary. And the police had to, in the end, use OC spray or pepper spray to subdue them.
Well, remember, this is the same group of people during COVID that were completely shut down. I don't remember the exact details, but they were. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but I do remember there was huge protests with Hasidic Jews not being able to. I couldn't get you guys over. I couldn't get you guys over with the Cybertruck. All right, one of these days, we didn't do the deep dive, but I will get you guys to hate the Cybertruck. This is the same group of people. So say what you want about the Jews and Israel and all that, but these specific people in Brooklyn, New York, they have been really fucked with by the state government. Behave said the mattress had a lot of suspicious, creamy stains on it. Is that Nutella? Don't think so. Don't think so.
To get them to follow directions and get out. Rabbi Menachem Schneerson is famous, and one of his final edicts before he died was that they needed to expand 770. And what he meant was they needed to make it bigger so that more students could come and more worshipers could come.
Make it bigger! Golden said, for real though, that Jew climbing on the sidewalk rate was probably one of the most unexpected things I saw on the news this year. The imagery without the commentary is both confusing and hilarious. Agreed.
And they needed to make it a larger and larger physical space. These students were taking the famous rabbi's edict to expand the property, literally and very forcefully dig out more space. The next step in this...
Yeah, I don't care who you are. And I don't care where you stand on, the Israel Jew Zionist thing. That's pretty base to be fighting for what you actually believe in.
In this story is the city has now gone into a building that they have not been in for quite some time and inspected the physical plant, which, you're undermining the structure when you break holes in load-bearing walls at the base of these buildings.
This guy sounds not quite exactly like Matt Walsh, but like Matt Walsh's cousin.
When you break holes in load-bearing walls at the base of these buildings. So all of these structures are now in question.
Close your eyes and tell me that this guy does not sound like Matt Walsh. You can't do it. Well, said, could you imagine showing that clip to a World War II mustache man in the 40s? He'd be like, one got away!
Buildings. So all of these structures are now in question. Like none of the members of the Lavad Shabbat can go in there other than to lead the inspectors around through and show them where the damage is and that kind of thing. But all kinds of measurements were being taken. I was watching the DOB inspectors, all kinds of measurements were being taken, pictures were being taken, samples were being taken. So now what you're going to see.
You have to imagine that the two things are connected. They were shut down during COVID and they're like, okay, well, we can't let that happen again. So we got to build a tunnel. Thank you. It makes sense. Obviously, you can't do that, but it makes sense.
See is, I'm guessing, a laundry list of violations, of building violations, which are going to be served by the city. And that, I think, is the next phase. And then we'll see what happens from there. It's a very strange story. You don't see a lot like that.
Indeed, you don't. All right, let's keep it moving. Weird stuff from 2024. Very demure, very modest.
Learning more tonight about the secret tunnel built under a famous synagogue in Brooklyn.
There's a portal where you can see Dublin, Ireland in real time.
See what I mean, King? Every single time. Every single time. Everybody but indie film was all thinking it.
And they could see you too.
The portal got shut down. People were flashing.
Oh, yeah. You remember this? This is what? New York City and Dublin. The portal.
In real time, and they could see you too.
The portal got shut down. People were flashing.
4 people were arrested during a Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest when the actor himself arrived at the park during the festivities.
It's the end. The event held in a warehouse with some of the most depressing props.
A sad-looking Oompa Loompa standing next to a half-finished science project.
Organisers of the Detroit Bridgerton Ball had encouraged lovers of the show to join us for an evening of sophisticated.
All right. Oh, sorry, we moved on a little bit, but I forgot about the thingamabobber here. Hey, look who we got! A shout out to Nick, Luke, Hetty. Welcome. Hopefully you had a good Christmas. Good to see ya. We are going through all of the craziest stuff from 2024 and looking forward to 2025. Welcome to the party, sir. This seems to be the same thing.
Well, happening today, the portal connecting New York City and Dublin will permanently shut down. That art installation on 5th Avenue and 23rd Street in the Flatiron offers a live video stream between the two cities. The portal opened back in May, but was temporarily shut down a week later due to some inappropriate behavior. The portal will be heading to another city to connect 2 new communities.
That's it. They're not gonna. So yeah, the story was that people were just flashing each other. I feel like if that's what people wanted to do, this wasn't television. This wasn't anything like hey, what was wrong with it? That would only, even if that was a very constant thing that people were just like. How long is that going to be funny and novel before people are doing other stuff? I think that if we just let that roll through, then we could have gotten some cooler stuff. Bridgerton,
Detroit at looking Oompa.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Himself
I
arrived
forgot
at the
about
park
the
during the
Wonka
festivities.
thing.
The event.
I mean, I don't know. I'm more with you on the original one. I'm more with you on the original one, on the shutting it down, and not so much on the people that were flashing people. Why is explain? Like, I get why an individual might not personally like it, but why is it grounds to shut down the portal? That's what doesn't make sense to me. All right, I gotta. Give me this one. Oh, this one's even shorter. All right, bet.
The story of a Willy Wonka.
Please tell me. You guys have you guys remember this, or at least saw it. The Willy Wonka experience. Again, just things. How is it that less than 12 months ago this happened, and I completely forgot that it happened? Shout out to Nick Luchetti. No question, no comment, just pure love of the Overlord. Thank you, sir. Guys, we are 1/3 of the way there. 1/3 of the way there. Thank you, sir.
Experience gone wrong in Glasgow, Scotland has taken the internet by storm, and I love it. I don't think I've ever in all my life seen such an impressive and inspiring dumpster fire of an event. It is just mwah. It is just perfect. This event, which was supposed to give kids the chance to experience Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, was so bad.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are familiar with the Willy Wonka experience, because the more familiar you guys are, then we could just kind of be like, oh, remember that. And if you're not familiar, we can dive a little deeper. Qualtech said the Willy Wonka experience had to have been set up by communists. This would be their idea of fun and the budget to do it with. Agreed. All right, so we got some people who remember. All right.
It prompted parents to call the police to get justice for the horrors they had witnessed. Police.
You guys don't know about this. Oh, let's go. Any film. Strap in, sir.
Were called to an immersive Willy Wonka experience after families showed up to an empty warehouse. The event reportedly charged $40 per entry. That's per person, by the way. Advertised with AI art and said it would be a journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. And oh, what enchanting surprises they found. Kids were all dressed up and crying, waiting for what they thought was going to be a magical experience. Yeah.
Keywords, what they thought was going to be a magical experience. Maybe with Oompa Loompas. Maybe. Thank you to Indie Film. Another $2. Thank you, sir. And climbing up there on the co-sponsor board with our boy, Carl's Frosted Tips. Gentlemen, thank you. Oh, he said, fuck you, Carl. I am the sponsor now. These are indeed different chats. Thank you, sir. And we got a new sponsor of the stream.
Kids were all dressed up and crying, waiting for what they thought was going to be a magical experience. Yeah, that's the surprise. No magic here. Just sadness. The surprise was them crying. If they called the police, that's how you know it was bad. Because they didn't even do that in the actual Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and kids were dying in that movie. And honestly, it does look like it was terrifying. Take a look at some of the images of the abandoned warehouse that parents had to spend $40 to gain access to. Okay, here.
Wait. Get. Indie Film. Oh my God, out sponsoring yourself and another treat for Morty that takes us past the halfway mark, guys. That is past the halfway mark. Thank you so much. Quamtech said $40 equals cheap actors and sets, lifelong nightmare fuel, and a handful of jelly beans. Like, $40 is not, and given, you know, all the stuff, the prices of things, you know, $40 isn't a crazy price for, you know, a kid's thing that's set up and has a theme with IP and all that stuff. I would go in assuming like, okay, $40, that makes sense, but I'm expecting something here, and they didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Indie film singing. He said, Oompa Loompa Doobity Doo. Thank you, sir. You know Morty is loving it. Thank you, sir. 5 more guys, and I'm on the floor. Shout out to Indie Film, our sponsor. Again. Oh my goodness, brother. See, this is what happens when we love the puppy bench press. Morty's gonna be in there, and I figured out, instead of lying down there and having my head and Morty all the way over here, I'll lie this way so that Morty's right here. Brilliant. And shout out to our sponsor, Indie Film. Where's my applause? Indie Film. That's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. $10 wanna make you holla. Thank you. So very much.
Of the abandoned warehouse that parents had to spend $40 to gain access to. Okay, here we have some sort of chocolate fountain with murky brown water floating in it. We have one bouncy castle that can fit like 3 kids. Giant empty space.
Like all of this empty space
filled with table and chairs. You're probably thinking there must be something pretty good to eat here with all these table and chairs. Probably some pretty tasty chocolate, right? No, there was no chocolate at this event. These photos look like a crime scene, dude. These look...
I mean, maybe with a Coke can. But what theme parks around here are $40 today? That was $60 back when I was a kid for a great adventure. But point being, again, that's not crazy. But for this, come on, man. Hey, we got Guam Tech, no question, no comment, just pure love of the puppy. Thank you. And again, every donation comes with a treat for the Overlord. Oh, you know what? While we're on the topic, I forgot. In case you did not see the video that I dropped yesterday, this is just where wait. This one is a little bit more recent. What am I looking for? That. And I just want the whatever. Okay. So, switching gears, little bit of a side quest. So you may have seen the man with the wire of spool. If you have not, it's a short video.
So here we go.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire.
That's it. So he's just looking at a spool of wire.
And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's on a piece.
You can already see him getting emotional.
A long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone.
40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. That's such a poignant, like, real thing. Like, how often do we see moments like that just in our normal lives?
Does that make sense? This is what's left.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now.
Look at the look at his face. I'm a little concerned because you got your Jets hat
Now that
on.
you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm done. And it's just like women, or, you know, I mean, not necessarily women, but people will try to open up. And it's like, this guy will never, ever, ever open up to, this is not the video that I wanted. This is not the video that I wanted. This is the video that I wanted. For those of you on TikTok, so yeah, talking about that guy, and I had my own spool of wire moment. For those of you on TikTok, I just had my spool of wire moment. If you don't know what I mean, let me introduce you. So I have an old peanut butter thing from Morty, and as you can see, the bottom is chewed out. So remember how we always talk about how he loves to, you know, chop through it all of it and get, you know, as a activity, like have fun going through. Oh, I'm gonna get through it and look through that. But since I've been giving him the ones for the stream, then he's kind of just been, you know, doing this, and it's almost completely like that's how it always is. So that was an old one. Hold on, not yet. But we look. Hold on. We look at look at one of the more recent ones, and again, you can see that it just goes down as far as he can reach when he puts his head in. And you can see it just goes as far as he can fit his face in, and the bottom is intact, pristine. Like, why aren't you chewing them anymore, bud? Like, you don't want the peanut butter? He wants that peanut butter. So he wants that peanut butter. I'm gonna do him a favor. Knock that off. More. There you go. You earned it. Shout out to the disciples. Shout out to Funkmaster General. Shout out to Unwanted Foe. Shout out to Carl's Frosted Tips. Oh, and he's hiding because he doesn't want to be on camera. Everybody who supports us. And of course, if I didn't name you, obviously you are in there. I couldn't name everybody, but you guys, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, oh shit, this is a moment in time. And I'm not getting it back. King said you slick for that. Well, thank you, sir. Indie film again. Another huge pillar of the community, not only spending the money, but has been here since day one. Shout out to Indie Film with another $5. Said, this is a great example of why you don't open up to women. No matter how much they ask, you don't open up to women. Well said, sir. Well said. Let's get Morty yet another treat. You guys are absolutely taking care of the Overlord. Here we go. More. This is from our boy and new sponsor of the stream, out sponsoring himself, Indie Film. Thank you. All right, we got a little. Let's go back here. Yeah, we're talking about the Willy Wonka experience. Like, it's worse than I thought. These poor kids. What about the poor adults who actually spent money on this shit? Well, Dick said, I'm a little emo. I started New Year's Eve celebrations like 3 days ago. The E just hit. There you go. Somebody having fun. There you go. Glomtech said, okay, maybe $40 for a full museum, zoo, or aquarium. But I think Zoombezi Bay is only $30 for entry around here. Well, that is a damn good price. The lady from the famous pic, the Oompa Loompa lady. Shout out to Raygun. We definitely gonna talk about Raygun. Ooh, I like this from Quantech. Again, men test ideas, women test men. Yup. Indeed. And yes, absolutely. Our boy, the Overlord. Thank you. Yeah. BA said men need to open up to other men or their dog. Bingo. Smart advice. All right, let's dive back in here. Thank you again. Here we go.
Must be something pretty good to eat here with all these table and chairs. Probably some pretty tasty chocolate, right? No, there was no chocolate at this event. These photos look like a crime scene, dude. These look like Willy Wonka had to flee the country after the FDA found fentanyl in his chocolate. So he has to post up in an abandoned factory to keep the business going while the feds are after him. You got this lovely scene. I think that the size of the warehouse really screwed them over, honestly. If it was
like the size of my living room, oh, it'd be great.
A smaller room, it wouldn't look so empty. There would still be nothing to do there, but it wouldn't look so sad. In a way, seeing this photography light in front of this like $2 Candyland backdrop makes me feel kind of sad for the people who put on this event. Like, oh, you really thought people were gonna want to take pictures in front of this shit? Of course not. No. If two parents brought two kids to this event, it would cost $160, and you're getting this. I think I get why they called the police, honestly, dude. If I was promised some kind of fun Willy Wonka experience for the kids and then showed up to this foggy warehouse, I would think I was about to be murdered in some kind of Willy Wonka-themed Saw movie. And if that's not enough, wait until you see the nightmarish characters they had running around this place. So this is one of the most famous pictures.
This is who you're talking about, Taco? Where is it? Where is it? Is this who you're talking about, Taco? This lady doing cameos?
To come out of the whole ordeal. This is an Oompa Loompa, obviously.
Hey, said it looks like Biden's Build Back Better. All right. Well, hey, shout out to Miss Oompa Loompa. Shout out to Miss Oompa Loompa Doobity Doo for getting the bag.
Famous pictures to come out of the whole ordeal. This is an Oompa Loompa, obviously. A lot of people are focusing on the facial expression she's making in this picture. She looks exasperated. And honestly, I don't blame her. This has
No, she looks like she's on the meth that she's cooking right in front of her on the table. She looks like she's on this meth.
Expression she's making in this picture. She looks exasperated. And honestly, I don't blame her. This has to be like the worst acting gig she's ever had. As far as I know, this actor wasn't putting on the event. She was just hired to be there. She's probably dealing with crying children, pissed off parents. Also, I'm pretty sure canonically the Oompa Loompas are enslaved by Willy Wonka, so the facial expression makes sense in that context too. What I'm actually more concerned with is everything else going on in this photo. Why is there so much smoke? I'm not super familiar with the process of making chocolate, but I'm 100% sure there should not be that much smoke happening. No wonder she's making that face, dude. She's high as hell. And I love all the mismatched chemistry gear she's got strewn about the table. Beakers, vials, this mysterious elixir locked up in a little glass box. A quill? Oompa Loompas take notes like wizards from the 1300s? I didn't know that. All right, now the other two characters that were at this thing, I gotta introduce you to at the same time because they're both in the same video clip. So let me introduce you to Willy Wonka and the Unknown. What is that?
So you guys all remember the Unknown from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You remember those, right? Shout out to Arrow. Welcome to the party. We are live right now. And Taco's like, not the Unknown.
Introduce you to Willy Wonka and the Unknown. What is that? It's the Unknown. Man, what the hell? Dude, fuck everything else. I would call the police based off of that. Who is that demon? Surprising twists and turns was right in the advertisement. I would not expect to take my kids to a Willy Wonka experience and have them be accosted by a shadow figure. I can tell you that right now. It's terrifying that Willy Wonka says, "What is that?" when he sees it. What is that? Like, dude, this is your chocolate factory. You don't even know what that is? We are so fucked. Here's a different clip of some other kids experiencing the unknown.
Ask me soup, flavor, full of scary faces. Scare the great unknown.
Like, that was literally not part of any corner of any world associated with Willy Wonka.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's the correct reaction to seeing the unknown. What is that? Wonka says it, this kid says it, I'm saying. Also, I love that baby's reaction. That was like a primal instinct to make that sound. Humans have evolved for millions of years to make that sound when they see the unknown. Clearly AI.
The last thing that was the marketing.
But then you get images like this advertising the Twilight Tunnel, which are so clearly AI generated, it makes you wonder if the whole event was being run by an AI. Because how could a human not notice that there are so many typos in all of these images? You got dim tight, depressed. attractions, Undurable, featuring Dijection and Swide. Then you've got Ensuring Entertainment, which of course includes catgagatting, Karchi Tons, and a passidice of sweet teas. And on top of the website being seemingly designed by AI, apparently all of the actors' lines were too, which we know thanks to this video posted by the actor who played Willy Wonka.
I'm going to be poking a little bit of fun at the event, but I wanted to say before I start that I feel for anyone who bought tickets to this, people who are expecting a magical chocolate experience.
People who are unfortunately captured by the unknown, we hope you are found soon.
So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. I give off major Oompa Loompa energy. I got cast as the part on the Thursday and was told that I needed to learn the script for the Friday. So I said, no problem, send it over.
The script. What is that? Yeah, the unknown also sounds like something a communist would come up with. Ooh, so edgy. Yeah. And it was not to brag, but when I was in 8th grade in 1981, we put on a haunted house for the school that was at least 100 times better than this. That'll simultaneously not that big of an accomplishment because of how bad it is, and also really cool. Simultaneously. Good job. Can't do much worse. Can't do much worse. Takabaka said, I'm pretty sure the guy who put it on said he wrote everything with AI. Yep, indeed. The glass elevator. The glass elevator. Remind me what that is. I think I know what you're talking about.
Told I needed to learn the script for the Friday. So I said, no problem, send it over. The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish.
You know what I'm kind of curious about?
There you go. There you go. All right,
script was AI-generated, where did the unknown come from? Did the event organizers just ask ChatGPT to generate a script about Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and it just threw that shit in? Because
sounds about right. Sounds about right. The Willy Wonka event cut short.
Ride to the park during the festival.
Right. Did we miss anything that we were talking about? Other stuff. All right. Let's dive back in here. The weirdest stuff of 2020.
Lookalike contest. When the actor himself arrived at the park during the festivities.
It's the end. The event held in a warehouse with some of the most depressing props.
A sad-looking Oompa Loompa standing next to a half-finished science project.
Organisers of the Detroit Bridgerton Ball had encouraged lovers of the show to join us for an evening of sophistication, grace, and historical charm.
There was another one that was supposed to be after Bridgerton, and it was the same kind of thing.
Cat, can I tell you a secret? We don't say slay, we say you wait.
Oh, Gen Alpha coming to the party. So this is sad, seeing how badly Disney can ruin things we all loved. What did Disney ruin here? That wasn't put on by Disney. That was, as Quantex said, some communists in England. But you know, fuck Disney. Never take an opportunity to say fuck Disney. But and I mean, What If was terrible. But yeah, that was not sanctioned.
Can I tell you a secret? We don't say slay, we say
we
wait.
We're with that Skibbity Ohio Riz, okay?
You ate. Cool. What else you got?
It's that time for chicken. Free chicken.
What? Is this the same thing? No. What is this? What in the hell are we talking about? Hollow Live Night Draw. Yeah, what is that? What I am not aware of this. This is dystopian. This is dystopian. Why? This is weird. This is weird. Give me something with like some commentary.
Kura sounds nervous.
Senpai, Suisei Senpai, and I, the three of us, are going to be collabing with the MLB team, the Los Angeles pictures.
That's crazy that she's saying those lines. Playboy announcements, hype video, drone show, photo spot, baseball game, and baseball cards, food.
Oh my god.
Drone show, photo spot, baseball game, and baseball.
Anime baseball cards. What am I missing? What am I missing? Why is this a thing?
Cards, food, hell of a merch to wear. This is a whole lot. That's so many people. What was the code again to get into the purchase page? What's the point? I can't buy anything. America trip is money, money, money. I just can't put it all on my own future wiki anymore. Dodgers and 9 funds. Thank you so much. Jill says, Wiki, I have an extra ticket if you want it. I can have it. Oh, man. God.
So I guess Homeboy went to...
What section of the...
Oh, that's that. See.
Data Dixon. Being a virgin is fine. Being that kind of virgin isn't. Dilly to that, sir. Yeah, no, this was just some random tweakers trying to make some money. Random tweakers. But yeah, I am absolutely with Dixon here. How is that in and of itself not annoying? Hey, look what we got! Our boy Buck, Master General. You missed your shout out in the video that I posted, but welcome to the party. No question, no comment, just pure love of the Overlord, guys. One more, and we're on the floor. Welcome, sir. Always a pleasure to see ya. Welcome. Unfortunately, you're coming in at a low note where this is happening. Ooh, how many of you knew about this? How many of you knew that there was a anime thing night at Dodger Stadium? This is from August 18th. Like, this is pretty cool. Not mad at that. Cool. This is not cool. Why are you wasting this? I'm gonna get screwed for the music, but real quick. Nick has took us over the line. Over the line, baby. It is time to get swole. You guys hit the swole goal. Now we are doing 15 puppy bench press thingies. All right, let's do it. Thank you. Let's do this. Come on. Woo! Here we go. Boom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 14. It is done. For participating. There we go. Who yourselves. Right. Oh, all right. That is the slow. Oh, good. Oh, thank you so very, very much for helping me reach that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, I love the theme music. Shout out to Creator Mix. They have copyright-free music, so I just picked. It's been a minute. Oh my god. This is why I need you guys. This is why I need you guys. Oh my goodness. Well, I said, pay yourselves, bitches. Even my pregnant wife is getting squats in. There we go. That's how you do it. Dilly dilly to Mrs. Guamtek. And his 18-month got it on push-up. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is how you do it. Well done. Well done. Very, very, very much appreciated to each and every one of you. We had Dixon. We had Carl. We had Carl. We had Not VLT. We had Nick. Indie film, 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 Guamtek, and Funkmaster, and our boy, Nick. Yes, I did that on purpose. Thank you guys so very, very much. Oh, man, let's dive back into this stuff. Yeah. What did I miss? Come on. What the fuck is it? We had Nick thinking it was Disney. We had FMG in the building. Okay. Quantek is like, I like anime, and even I cringe at this bullshit. I'm telling ya, it's weird. Why are they treating everyone like 12-year-old girls? Why are grown men crying like 12-year-old girls? Because it's gay. It's gay, 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 gay. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, all right. All right. Everybody paid your... Hey, we got Nick paying himself dirty. He's like, I can't breathe. That's why we keep going. We will get swole together. All right. I think we got the big picture here. But yeah, I did not know this was a thing. So thank you again, ladies, gentlemen, and others. We got it.
Cool. What else you got?
It's that time for chicken. Free chicken. Yes!
Oh, my goodness! Shit. There we go. Oh, my goodness! Shout out to Funkmaster General for the $40 CashApp. God damn. Let's give him a nice little log out there. Stealing the sponsor spot and taking it way out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much, sir. As always, very, very much appreciated. Everybody put FMG in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Very, very, very much appreciated.
Free chicken. Yes! And the crowd explodes.
It's delicious. It's brilliant. The water's good. Perfect temperature.
Representing Australia, Dr. Rachel Gunn.
Hey, shout out to Raygun. All right, put one in the chat if you do not remember Raygun. Either way, we are going to check out Miss Raygun here. But we gotta get our boy Funkmaster General on the banner for sponsoring the stream. Thank you so very much. What? I'm speechless. I am speechless. Can we watch the full performance? How long is it? What do we got here? Let's do 30 minutes too long. All right, first, let's just see the Obviously, we can't play the music, but this is her. In case you are not familiar, this is Ray Gunn, Christina Ray, I think her name was, who entered the Olympics as the Australian breakdancer, and she basically scammed the entire thing. So it looks like there's something here.
August 9th, 2024 is now the Pearl Harbor of the Australian breakdance community. And there's now a bunch of reports claiming that this influencer scammed the Olympics for a free vacation. So that's what we're going to try to get to the bottom of in today's video. As it's safe to say a lot of interesting things happened in the Paris 2024 Olympics, but nothing compared to what happened in the debut of the new Olympic sport, breakdancing. Now, obviously, we've all seen breakdancing.
Shout out to Ronald Reagan.
From the crying Asian kid throwing down the wildest windmill. Helicopter! To more mainstream acts like the Jabberwockies. So there's a wide range for breakdancing. So how does this work in the Olympics? Well, the winner was determined by a panel of judges who scored each performance based on 5 criteria, each worth a fifth of the point. The criteria were technique, vocabulary, execution, musicality, originality, how the breaker wows the audience by making the dance their own. And it's safe to say the one we're covering today definitely wowed the audience. Probably not in the way that she intended to, but at least it was very original. So meet Rachel Gunn, a now Olympic breakdancer, as she lists on her profile proudly. And she's...
Oh, duh. Did I say Christina? I don't know why I said Christina.
Apparently been breakdancing for a decade. Hard to believe when you saw her Olympic performance, but it definitely checks out if you do some research on her, as there's plenty of old articles to prove this. Here's an article from 2021 where apparently she's the #1 B-girl in all of Australia. And I also...
Yikes.
Also found a clip of her breakdancing here in 2012.
Wait, that's hard? That's actually, like, not good, but, like, it has form. Okay, now we look.
Yeah, it definitely looks like.
I mean, we had at the beginning
breakdancing here in 2012.
like a basic two-step. Like, okay, you got your little. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but like, okay, not the worst thing in the world. This guy's kind of, just. But then you get into what are we doing here,
Yeah, definitely looks like her. You have another one here. How Rachel Gunn is breakdancing her way to the Paris Olympics. The Aussie trailblazer opens up, and then it goes on to ask, like, what was your training for the Olympics involved? I can imagine it must be intense. I train for 3 or 4 hours a day doing a mix of strength and conditioning, cardio, and flexibility work, and add on to focusing on different aspects of breaking. Pop rock, footwork, power, freezes, as well as preparing for battles. We train out.
She knows all the real lingo.
Sign on the street at night. I love that breaking has got that accessibility, even though it's a part of the games. It checks out. It seems like she's actually had a long breakdancing career. Either the bar is catastrophically low in Australia, which
probably, right?
I don't really believe, or she was just straight up trolling in the Olympics. Here's caption.
Well, but if it's not that low, how did she get there?
This is Rachel Gunn. She has a PhD in cultural movement and convinced Australia to...
A PhD in cultural movement. You remember how, like, I told you guys before COVID, I used to think of, like, America, Canada, England, and Australia as kind of like, they're all kind of the same, but, like, just different. And then I was like, oh, not even close. This speaks volumes.
To pay her for a trip to the Paris Olympics, she participated in breakdancing and got 0 points. Because what is this? The kangaroo jump was the most legendary. Oh, the water sprinkler, dude. She is doing. These are some legendary moves.
If I'm not mistaken,
was that, like a curly thing, like a big step,
tail wag.
I'm honest.
We got a conspiracy from Quantex. Said Reagan made herself look bad in honor of celebrating Australia's indigenous people and making white people look inept at dancing. Probably not, though, right? Arrow said that t-shirt slogan fucked up an entire generation. Dare to bubble wrap your children. What? I think I missed that. Yeah, we'll ask Chester if Australians just can't breakdance to be sure. I'm guessing she just ain't all that. But again, she made it to the Olympics.
I'm actually impressed that her opponents had a straight face here. I feel like this is the first time ever I've watched an Olympic performance and gone, oh, I can do that. That's just never happened before. And she was extremely confident before she went to the Olympics.
I think my understanding of musicality going into breaking was very strong. Your background's in ballroom dancing, right? Yeah, I did ballroom for many years, and I also did jazz and tap and some hip hop as well. Is there any kind of parallels between the two? Look, I mean, I think my understanding of musicality going into breaking was very strong. My body awareness, my coordination, my eye for technique has been much stronger going into the dance.
But I guess the crime to the Australian people here is somehow she was selected to represent the Australian Olympic team. And this has created a lot of speculation, with articles claiming that the Australian breakdancer rigged the Olympic qualifier for free Paris vacation. That is such a far-fetched title, but also when you see her performance, it's like, wait a second, did this actually happen? And here the tagline of this article says, it has come to light that Dr. Rachel Gunn, aka Ray Gunn, manipulated the Olympic qualifier by setting up her own governing body, denying grants to underprivileged performers, and allowing her husband to coach the national team. Australians have started a petition demanding
her husband coached the team. That is how she scanned them all.
Denying grants to underprivileged performers and allowing her husband to coach the national team. Australians have started a petition demanding an investigation and an apology. That sounds extremely far-fetched. I'm not sure if I buy that, but as of now, Change.org has actually removed that petition for violating the community guidelines. So I mean, so far, her denying grants to underprivileged dancers, that just sounds way too far-fetched. But now the Australian Olympics Commission has condemned this petition as well. And here they actually...
I'm looking at, so Sydney Watson did a video on this, and part of the video, she was jumping around and pretending to be Reagan, and I feel like I remember that she got like the kangaroo move was trademarked, and she got like a cease and desist or something. I'm looking through her video to see if I can get the part where she's just jumping around. I think she took it out because of what the hell just happened. Microphone in use by TikTok. TikTok's not even open. That's weird. Anyway, I forgot what it was. Yeah, so she was jumping around. I think she actually had to cut it out of the video because she was getting sued. That's crazy.
They laid out the following facts. The Oceania qualifying event held Sydney in October 2023 was conducted under the Olympic qualification system determined by the international governing body, World Dance Sport Federation, as approved by the International Olympic Committee. The judging panel for the event was selected by the WDSF and consisted of 9 independent international judges who were brought to Australia specifically to provide fair, expert, and transparent education. That's not education. That's the Google Translate for that.
Adjudication.
The event was conducted by Ausbreaking under the Auspices of Dance Sport Australia and the WDSF and complying with WDSF guidelines. Athletes from 4 countries, Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and Fiji competed. Dr. Rachel Gunn...
Yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't realize she was there. Yeah, I guess she scrubbed it from the whole video. But shout out to Reagan. Anything, what does she got to say here?
Selfish and short-sighted. Sporting tradition embodied by this commenting. As a 3-time Olympian who almost died twice in my journey for the Olympic Games, I feel the value of the Olympian brand has been severely diminished by the spectacle. The original Olympic motto is Sidious, Altius, Fortius, faster, higher, stronger, yet nothing about her performance remotely embodied the Olympic spirit. To make matters worse, she scored a grand total of 0 points, and she's from a nation with a proud sporting tradition. Let's think logically about this. Honestly, I'm furious this was allowed to occur at the Olympics. It was selfish and short-sighted, and I truly believe it contributed to a negative view on breakdancing in the Olympics. This only served to punish the actual breakdancing community and was selfish and embarrassing oversight by Australia. Don't have a good enough contender? Don't compete. No sweat, I can't breakdance either. You're not different, you're completely unqualified. So clearly, people were not a fan. And as I said previously, it was just complete radio silence for her for about 6 days until she posted this video right here.
This is all right.
Hi, everyone. Ray Gunn here. I just want to start by thanking all the people who have supported me. I really appreciate the positivity. And
Who was supporting you?
And I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped.
Not quite in the way you imagined, I think.
I didn't realize that would also open the door to so much hate, which is...
Then you need better friends that saw you do that. Saw you going to the Olympics. And nobody's like, I mean, like, we like it, but maybe don't.
It's frankly been pretty devastating. Well, I went out there and I had fun. I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off.
Hey, shout out to Josie. Welcome to the party. Said, Indian Jesus is just all right with me. There we go. Close. I got it. Thank you. Welcome to the party. We are looking back at the craziest stuff from 2024.
Preparing for the Olympics, and I gave my all, truly. I'm honoured to have been a part of the Australian Olympic team and to be part of breaking's Olympic debut.
All right. I don't care. All right. Moving on with stuff from 2024.
Good, perfect temperature.
Representing Australia, Dr. Rachel Gunn.
You know what? I kind of like Charizard.
Son, shut the hell up for 30 seconds about Pikachu.
What is happening right now? Can somebody fill me in on what the fuck we are watching? President Joe Biden appeared to freeze during the Juneteenth celebration at the White House.
I am running and gonna win again. There's also a time and a place for new voices.
The podcast election.
I'm curious, like, you don't do too many long form interviews.
Or any. And, you know, the whole fake studio that isn't actually the Call Her Daddy studio that they spent like $1 million on it. Yeah, I mean, is that what it is? Okay. I've never seen that in content. I didn't know what weird. Okay. I don't know why that's in here, but cool enough. Cool. Call Her Daddy.
Past election.
I'm curious, like, you don't do too many long form interviews. What made you want to do Call Her Daddy today?
Because I knew that you guys would let me build a studio, fly you here, pick the questions, and edit the video.
You and your listeners have really got this thing right, which is one of the best ways to communicate with people is to be real.
So we rebuilt basically my studio in DC.
So you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you.
We'll go back to that. Dilly to Theo and Trump. That was historic. You gotta hear the full line. Keep you up like a damn
So
owl.
you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying? You'll be out on your own porch. You know, you'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling?
No, not at all. Shout out to Funk Master General out sponsoring himself with 5 gifted memberships. Shout out to all of the new members. If you are a new member, make sure you join the Discord server, guys, because we are headed to an after party as soon as we are done here, like we do with every Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream. Thank you so very, very much, sir.
You'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling?
No.
Just everything. Yeah, I mean, a lot of glaze, cinnamon rolls, just whatever it says.
Ma'am, if you don't want to be on film, you could. If you don't want to,
well, it's just plain weird.
A weird style side. They're just weird.
Someone had told you that you would be campaigning with Liz.
You know, this weird person.
What would you have said to them?
That'd be great.
We need.
Yikes. Oh, bruh. I forgot about this interview. Holy shit. Let's take a moment here. Kamala and Drew Barrymore. Let's just get a little bit of coverage. If you guys hadn't seen this, it is so bad. It's so in so many different ways. I mean, what it is, what it's supposed to be, what it stands for, what it's trying to say. So you feel personally offended by the notion of the evil stepmother. Okay. It's not saying that a lot of things.
Create such attachment.
Actually, you know what? Since she does not say anything, let's just move forward a little bit.
Important and will make it work is
seamless.
When all of the adults who are in that dynamic have respect for each other.
Now look how fucking close. She started way over here. Now. Yes. Hey, shout out to Robbie Dingle. Welcome to the party. So if you've seen or heard about that weird, thick, smelly fog all over that people are saying is irritating their throats and making them sick. I have not heard of this. I will keep an eye out. But welcome to the party. Yes. Yeah. Drew Barrymore can't take 2 seconds and just listen to yep.
That one mother, and I'm the second mother.
Mamala.
Right, Mamala. And
Mamala. Notice that was 4 minutes apart. This is the moment. I believe. I may be wrong. I will find it if we don't. But this was the moment that just like everybody was just like, Jesus Christ, hop off her contact. Dallas, we made, or Houston, we made contact. Guys, together.
That's right. That's right.
She was almost the goddamn president of the United States. Okay, let's see if there is the crime. Do they have one? Let me just see. Is that it? No. Okay, that was the moment. So yeah, that was how cringy that was. And again, it was so clear that Drew Barrymore heard from the DNC and was like, "Hey, we need you to woman this up. Women this, all women be in the studio with the woman candidate and talk about being women and call her mama." And it's so contrived. It's so contrived. One thinks Kamala looks so uncomfortable right now. I feel sorry for her if she was any other women. Yeah, but she's not. She's that woman. That woman. Is it 2 hags yapping? No thanks. Agreed.
You to be Mamala of the country.
Donald Trump is launching a new business venture. He's getting into the sneaker game.
We are announcing the launch of Trump coins. I encourage you to get this God Blessed USA Bible. I'm doing a new series of Trump digital trading cards.
Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever bought anything besides anything besides a MAGA hat or a pretty basic Trump shirt. Have you bought any of the cards, the shoes, any of those things, anything at all? And oh yeah, he went hard for her. But hey, white men can get away with anything.
God Blessed USA Bible. I'm doing a new series of Trump digital.
Oh, come on. There we go. I still think I'm just saying.
Trading cards. You all know what they are. We've had a lot of fun with them.
This is box bowl and the ideal stocking stuffer. When I'm on the road, I try to use it as often as I can because it keeps up my hand.
JFK. RFK Jr. admits to dumping a dead bear in Central Park. Do I remember this? Let's see. RFK bear. What we got?
Now to more in the presidential race. A confession from Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that he once left a dead bear cub in New York Central Park. Our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, is in Washington, D.C. with more. Good morning, John.
I don't remember this. This is from August 5th.
Good morning, Michael. The 2024
dumped the beast back in his college years.
Presidential campaign has already been filled with strange and unpredictable twists and turns, but this may be the strangest twist yet.
A decade ago, a Central Park mystery baffled New Yorkers.
We saw something on the back wheel that could have been a raccoon.
And captured headlines across the country.
Police now want to know how the bear died and how it got into the park.
Now we know. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the independent presidential candidate, says he brought the dead bear to Central Park.
I pulled over and...
Shout out to Roseanne!
I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear.
He confesses in a new video that he left.
Is that a confession, or is that just saying, well, this is what I was doing? What is happening here? Okay. Is that a confession, or is that just saying?
My van because I was going to skin the bear.
He confesses in a new video that he left the dead bear right there with an old bicycle beside a Central Park bike path.
Well, this is saying 2014. Obviously he was not in college in 2014, but just pointing that out.
Because he thought it would be, quote, amusing. In the videotaped confession, Kennedy recounts the strange tale to controversial comedian Roseanne Barr and says he is talking.
Controversial comedian.
About it now because a fact checker for The New Yorker told him that the magazine plans to publish an article that details Kennedy's role in bringing the dead bear to Central Park. Anyway, Kennedy recounts how he saw a woman hit the bear with her car on a highway in upstate New York. He says he picked up the dead cub, intending to skin it and store the flesh in his refrigerator.
I mean, fuck, bear meat is supposed to be really good.
But after a day of falcon hunting, he had to rush to a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse in Brooklyn, where steak for two these days costs about $150. And then he had to go to the airport.
I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike.
In the new video, he says he was shocked to discover how much attention the discovery of the dead bear with the bicycle got the next day.
Yeah, I'm also like, I vaguely remember this, but you know, RFK wasn't very you know, he was kind of like the he wasn't being taken seriously, so I you know, didn't look too far into it. But what, like, aside from, oh my god, you touched a dead bear, which, yeah, okay, it's a little weird, but like, aside from that, what actually is wrong here? Like, he didn't kill the bear was already dead. He planned on eating it. Again, I can see people finding that weird, but what exactly is the story here?
I was worried because prints were all over that bike.
It's not the only bizarre story to come out during the Kennedy campaign. Earlier this year, it was revealed that he once testified that a worm, quote, got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died.
Is that not true? Is that not why he has the fucking thing?
That was back in 2012. At one point, Kennedy was in double
Shout out to Drew Barrymore.
digits in the polls.
Don't you want something different?
He's now dropped to about 6% in the 538 polling average. But his campaign claims his name will be on the ballot in at least 42 states. That's not enough to win, but it could be enough to play a decisive role in determining who does.
I mean, I don't really know what the I guess it's just, you know, this is August of this year. We were deep into election season. Just anything to you know, make him look less normal is a story. But yeah, I really don't see much except for it's weird.
Deal stocking stuffer. When I'm on the road, I try to use it as often as I can because it keeps up my hand-eye coordination and it gives me a workout.
Yeah, exactly. What is the scoop? What?
This competition in Tokyo called the Space Out competition.
Space Out competition.
Yeah, the goal is to basically just like zone out for like an hour and a half.
Bro. An hour and a half. I can space out for a week.
Really?
Totally straight-faced.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
How do they prove if you're like spacing out versus listening to something? And keep in mind that the voices that we're hearing again are from Notebook LM. So these are not people speaking to us. This is AI. Exactly. Just like that's what I'm doing work right now. Exactly.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful. Mm-hmm.
All right. It's time to go back. And not only as you know, the weirdness of this wicked interview holding space, which let's do this.
Is the cast of Wicked
So shout out to Baggage Claim. This is from a month ago.
okay? Is the cast of Wicked okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The movie is set to come out this month, and the press tour is in full effect. Seemingly, every one of these.
Come on, bro. Why are you gonna put that in a conversation where we're sexualizing her?
interviews with the main stars, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, inevitably devolves into tears. First one of them cries, then the other cries, then they comfort each other, and then both cry, and then the interviewer cries, and then the comments are full of people watching and crying. And I have to say, I find all of this a little fake.
No.
Now, I've never watched Wicked on Broadway, but I've been reliably told by Wikipedia and the movie trailers that this movie is about friendship, specifically female friendship. And fans of this movie love that life has mimicked.
Okay, this is not what I want. I want the actual interview where, like, our compilation of the interviews were there.
I don't even know what possessed me to watch this clip when it came across my feed. The degree to which this improved my quality of.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
Me neither.
I've seen it, yeah.
You've seen it? You've seen people holding space?
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dylan, come on, man. It's almost 2025. Everything is about lesbians.
Holding the finger.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it on a couple posts.
As the credits play. That is cool. There's a lot of things about this that catapult.
So wait, they need to have the one where, okay, so we'll say Ariane response. So we saw that, and it's just, a lot of being weird. Oh, this is it.
I remember in the moment asking myself, am I okay?
People are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
That's really powerful. I was surprised because I was like, I had no idea because I've been looking. I mean, it's been happening on some.
And I actually have been hearing people use that phrase, holding space. Where did I hear it? Oh, The Ultimatum. The Ultimatum is a show at one of these dating shows on Netflix. So it's six couples go in, and they one of the two of the couple has given an ultimatum that either we get married or we're breaking up. So you go on the show, and then you spend a week like with the other couples, and then you pick one. Then everybody breaks up, and you pick another person to do a trial marriage with. So there's 12. Now there's 12 people there. There's 6 dudes, 6 girls. Originally they're in a couple, but the couple breaks up, and now you pair up with somebody else. And then to see like, what is marriage like? Then you do trial marriage with the person. And there was this one guy who was like always talking about, like I'm just an artsy guy. And it literally exactly. It's like she really held space for me, and I appreciate that. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. She held space for me. Like if I'm being charitable, it sounds like just taking the time to be focused on a thing. Like if somebody's holding space for somebody else in a relationship versus not holding space in a relationship, then the person who's holding space has a lot to do, but will make sure that they have time for their significant other. The person who's not holding space is just constantly in their own, I guess, but how does that apply to this? How the fuck does that apply to this?
Because I was like, I had no idea because I've been looking. I mean, it's been happening on some.
She's like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that this thing was going on. I didn't know that was happening.
So I didn't know what any.
It seems like it. Yeah, just a douchebag way of saying they consider you. They've been holding space for the lyrics. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like, but that's not like a thing. Like, okay, people like the lyrics of this musical. It's not like what if people are fans of Wicked, what else would you expect that they would do with the lyrics of songs that they already like? I mean, I assume it's the same songs. I don't even know. But like, what else would you expect? Dixon said, someone was online in front of me, and that is not enough alcohol. Oh. Someone was online in front of me and asked me to hold their space when they went to the bathroom. Well, all they meant was that they want you to think about the turds pushing out of their butthole. Obviously, man. Come on. It's almost 2025. Like, seriously.
What's going on? I didn't know that was happening.
So I didn't know what
Kind of. I think. I think.
any part of it meant.
That's really powerful.
I like it a lot.
I didn't understand the first sentence.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
And then I definitely didn't
feeling power in that. So again, just resonating. People are really resonating with the lyrics. Like, oh, awesome. I like that. That's why we did this movie. Like, cool.
Holding space with that and feeling power in that.
And then I definitely didn't understand what was happening. How you responded. I was like, oh.
So we're all out here. Like that other video we just watched, like, are they okay? We're all watching this, like they're all in the club, like, oh my God, holding space. That's so amazing. Meanwhile, they're just like, yeah, oh shit, holding space. That's amazing.
And what was happening, how you responded. I was like, oh, what did she say? What did you hear? And I just wanted to be there because I knew something big was happening. And I didn't know how to be there.
Yo, the finger.
That was happening.
The finger.
But then after a while, I didn't know how to be there.
I don't know what to do. This is what happens. This is the culmination of a constant inability to be authentic. These people they don't have the capability to just be like, oh, I don't know what that means. They're like, oh, it's just like resonating. Oh, okay, yeah, I do love that. Instead, they go and they're like, well, let's just fake it and go along with it, and this is probably a good thing. And what if holding space was a bad thing? What if holding space was a bad thing? You just went along to get along. Dylan said, then again, I'll take this over Trump is the wizard, POC witches thing. I don't know what that means. The holding space cringe is delightful by contrast. Very fair. Very fair.
But then after a while, I didn't know how to be there. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
Awkward!
She said something that meant something to her. It meant something totally different to you.
Yes.
And then
meant nothing at all to me.
She tried to kind of get somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing was, I remember in the moment asking myself, am I
okay? What the fuck is happening here?
And the craziest thing was, I remember in the moment asking myself, am I okay? Did I not hear something? And I was like, I was like, because she looks like she's about to cry again. And I'm going to grab.
And again, so if you're in that situation, be like, yo, whoa, wait. What did I just miss? Like, I want to be a part of this. What did I just miss? Everyone said they're all confused because they're all speaking nonsense. Bingo. Semantic obfuscation. Indeed. Dylan said is a thing that Ariana is doing now what they mean by girl math. No. What they mean by girl math is that if you spend $500 on Starbucks and then you have the app and they give you a free Starbucks, then that is money that then you didn't actually spend the money on the Starbucks because you got a free Starbucks. Stuff like that. Or if you back in the days of cash, if you would take your coins and put them in a jar, that would be free money because it doesn't count, even though clearly it's money. It's just basically not understanding. It's pretending math isn't real to make yourself feel better about bad spending habits. That's girl math.
Grab this because I think you might need something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the tapping was about, But that tension. That happened.
Neither do we.
Yeah, that happened. I was like, oh shit, something's happening.
She had said that she was seeing it because she was in queer media.
You know, I am in queer media.
And
No. This is the best part.
Something's happening.
She had said that she was seeing it because she was in queer media.
You know, I am in queer media.
And I was like, I honestly didn't know what that meant. And
Even the wokies don't understand themselves. What the fuck is queer media? The media is queer? I get, like, clearly, you're gay as fuck. You're lesbo as shit. Let's be honest. But the media is queer as well? I'll say it's simple. The drugs and Disney freak-offs have destroyed their brains. Bingo. Unfortunately.
I honestly didn't know what that meant. And am I also in queer media?
Yeah.
Maybe?
We are great.
What? Let's both be there.
It was so beautiful. Yeah. I just am glad. I feel really relieved that the world had the same experience with this moment that I did, because I felt like, oh, I'm not broken.
But I do love how the world has like gone with it.
I felt so relieved.
My favorite is the gay men's chorus singing, we're really holding space for that.
Really holding space with that.
What? Oh, what? Wait, what?
Gay men's chorus singing, we're really holding space for that.
Really holding space with that. And feeling power in that.
I haven't seen that.
I love that one. It's so good.
It's really great.
Did he say it's so good or it's so gay?
And feeling power in that.
I haven't seen that.
I love that one. It's so good.
It's really great.
Yeah, well, I've seen it.
I've seen it on a couple posts.
And also just
And it's clear. And again, you can see that this is also because this is someone who is not a good interviewer. You're not good at directing the conversation. You get in front of these people. Oh, they're queer idols, and I'm queer, so I must act weird because this is such a big deal. I can't be a professional here. Like, look at her face.
It's really great.
Yeah, well, I've seen it.
Look how uncomfortable she is. She's not even. I mean, I just DEI needs to DIE.
Seen it on a couple posts.
And also just like articles. I mean, yeah, well, I've seen it. You've seen it. That's the craziest part for me.
It's good.
All right. So it seems like even the woke feminists and the gay woke feminists are also as weirded out by holding space as everybody else. Moving on.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted.
Nick, where is it?
I didn't know that was happening.
That the interviewer was definitely a chick.
Another day of questions without answers about drone sightings across the tri-state.
The original 2024 drone.
I can see the future.
Madam Web! Oh my God! How many of you saw Madam Web? What a terrible movie.
By your best estimates, a calculation that takes Willow under 5 minutes would take the fastest supercomputer 10 to the 25 years. That's a 1 with 25 zeros following it, or a timescale way longer than the age of the universe.
Okay.
Go ahead, say you're sorry.
Elmo,
Larry?
I just want to apologize.
Thank you, Larry.
All right. I'm just editing.
Wait, what? What was that? Okay, we'll do Larry David. What the Elmo.
All right, let's go over to Alfred. Check of the weather. And
not yet.
Wait.
He got plenty of peanut butter here. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. What in the hell is happening here?
All right, let's go over to Alfred, checking the weather. And
Not yet.
discuss-
Wait.
Oh my gosh, we love Elmo, don't you?
Elmo, are you okay?
Mr. Larry, Elmo liked you before.
Ask permission before you touch people, Larry.
Let's get back on the couch and let's talk about how you're feeling.
When was this? This was February 1st. Okay.
They would have canceled the show, Elmo, if it weren't last season.
All right.
Larry,
then.
you've gone too far this time.
Yes, Larry. Somebody had to do it.
Is anybody really surprised?
He's gonna sue y'all for the teaser. I'm gonna sue him for self.
That's right, Louie.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's show you what's happening weather-wise. Didn't see that coming.
What?
Do you have something you want to say to Elmo?
And
Okay, maybe there's a little bit of explanation.
look at the camera and please
And from your heart.
give him a camera shot.
From where?
From
Yeah.
your heart.
Oh, right.
Go ahead. We're ready.
What organ are you talking about?
Yeah, just
your heart.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Say you're sorry.
Elmo.
Larry?
It's like I apologize all the time.
I just want to apologize.
Thank you, Larry.
That's very big of you.
Elmo accepts your apology, Larry.
Okay. What
And Louie, will you drop the lawsuit?
Elmo accepts your apology.
Oh, he said he accepts it. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, Elmo.
Thank you.
You are such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Elmo.
Yes.
We're sorry.
Elmo, Larry, you are not a sweetheart. Have you ever heard that?
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
I know you are.
We can tell that you
Yeah.
are.
All right.
Okay. Is it worth? No, I don't even care. I don't even care. Moving on.
In this video now, but I wanted to say hi. Happy 2025 coming up.
All right, we got one more from Vox. Our friends at Vox.
2024
Let's move that up. Let's see,
is
Vox,
the year
what
of
you
elections,
got?
with at least 50 countries around the world going to the polls.
2024 is a year of what ifs for democracies. This year's results ended in a strong showing for the far right across much of the European Union.
Democracy has been surprisingly resilient. The 2024
What stories? Give me stories in the chat that we should pull up. Give me, whatever, something fun that we missed that we didn't talk about. What should we talk about? I'm throwing it to you guys.
presidential campaign went from deja vu to utter chaos.
Look what happened. Is this crazy?
I mean, that's not really a story. That's just a whole mindset. Again with this?
At a time when the world is so turbulent, the Olympics allows people around the globe to share some common experiences. But it's athletes creating memorable moments that really got people talking this time.
Dodgers have won the World Series.
Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from professional tennis.
Interest in women's sports.
Ride the ground. Me.
Very demure. Or country charts.
Bitcoin. And in finance.
Shout out to Bitcoin. Where are my crypto people? Good call. Go on, say. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Something that we needed to talk about. That just, it wasn't enough for a whole stream or anything. So Olympic opening. Let's do that. And a lot of people said that this was. I'm trying to find. Oh, okay. All right. So this one is.
This is actually one of the funniest things about this event.
It says the Olympics opening ceremony was worse than you thought, and this is from July.
Is all these people and a lot of Christians going online saying it's actually not the Last Supper. It's the Feast of Dionysus. Why are all the Christians getting so annoyed? And why are the Christians and in the middle?
So actually, this is the first time I'm actually looking at a side-by-side picture. I felt like I knew enough to say that, of course, it was supposed to be the Last Supper. Hopefully, he puts them
of
up
the
on
scene.
And what is STIVI or IXI?
You know, because it was the Last Supper, so obviously it's a meal, and then the meal gets opened up. So this plate comes up to the scene, and the meal gets opened up.
There we go. Do what Guamtek's doing. Do what Guamtek is doing.
Inside is a strange blue man wearing almost nothing, who starts to sing very sensuously and strangely, and then everybody in the scene of the Last Supper begins to kind of frolic very orgiastically in a very disturbing manner, made even more disturbing by the fact that in the group was what seemed to be a prepubescent.
Come on, I need the visual. Give me the no.
Oh, this is
I feel like I'm legit.
So again, like if I'm trying to see the whole thing, give me the whole thing. If I'm trying, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm trying to get a good picture of is this legitimately like the Last Supper, or is it a kind of interpretation of something different? And it's very clear that they obviously were trying to get people to freak out about that. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Like, there's enough difference here that, like, it's really bad. And definitely agree that it's creepy. Shout out to Lone Wolf. Welcome to the party. It looks like the Biden administration. It pretty much is. Welcome. And so like the thing is that I would expect these people to not be able to be familiar enough with this specific picture of the Last Supper to be like, okay, we need this guy doing this. We need Jesus in the front here. We need, Mary's head so that it's supposed to perfectly fit on his shoulder. All that kind of stuff. It makes sense that they wouldn't know to do that. But I'm not sure. So we didn't really talk about Diddy. I mean, that's kind of there's just not really much to say yet. Like, freak offs were crazy. We don't know who was there. We don't know exactly what happened. We have rumors, but there's that would be if I was a news channel, what we would go through all the details of what is in the court cases and the arrest things. But I mean, unless we have like this happened, that happened, it's like we all kind of know what is good. So yes, we should get a Candace's response from dipping out of the Daily Wire. So we Johnny Root said it'd be nice if one Christian, one Christian Olympian denounced the blasphemy that took place during the opening ceremonies. We talk all night long on social media about how despicable this was, but we need athletes to stand for Jesus Christ right now. What if they're atheists? Well, I mean, we covered that one in full. We would not like that. Oh, all right. Moving on to our favorite blue-haired cook.
I feel like I'm legitimately going to get killed. Tell me if you think that this is worth me. Hold on. Oof.
Hey, shout out to Nikki. Welcome to the party. Said Morty should be part of the family and given all the love. Well, from my side, he definitely is. But hey, you do what you gotta do. But I very, very, very much appreciate that. Thank you, and welcome to the party. Shout out again to Funk Master General with another 5 gifted memberships. There you go. He's getting full. He's getting full. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. And guys, if you were gifted a membership, make sure you join the Discord so that you are there for the after party. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Even said all those Olympians, Christian or not, would sell their souls to be in the Olympics, which, you know, is exactly why it makes sense that they wouldn't want to stand up for Jeebus. I don't know. I get why you would feel that way, but you gotta see the other side of it. You gotta see the other side of it. Sorry. Destiny, however.
Hold on. Oof. Okay. DMing. Fuck. When you wait. Let me know when you've clicked that. Actually, click that left video, okay?
Okay.
Okay. When you click that left video, go to 47 seconds, all right?
Okay.
Do it again.
Are you at 47 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see in the bottom left the guy with the white hat on and the gray shirt?
Why are you not showing the video that you're talking about?
He might be covered up with a guy in a hat. You might have to go 4 to 48 seconds, but in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, let me know when you're ready, okay? We're going to push start in 3, 2, 1, go. And then boom, that's his his hat coming off. Do you see what he's doing at 48 seconds and onwards? Do you see what happens?
All right, let's try to find a better one. All right, I mean, this will...
You take January 6th, you attribute that to Donald Trump, who asked people to make their voices heard peacefully and patriotically, and you take that, you make it sound as though these people are violent insurrectionists, and you justify...
I did not hear about this.
A man, a firefighter, the temperature. Or left, be right, just be honest about it. Be moderate, be civil, or be as confrontational, as inflammatory, but just be honest about it. This person, I believe, for a long time is not, from what I've seen, and I haven't seen that much. I've seen what I need to now. Destiny, the internet debater, went on this rant on X, saying, I'm honestly conflicted on how I feel about the shooting, but I will chat about it on the stream tomorrow. Then followed up with, let me clarify. When I say conflicted, what I mean is that I lean towards seeing it as a natural extension of the thing Trump and the MAGA kids support. So I don't think I have much sympathy about the attempt enough to chastise people celebrating it. He then went on to actually shame Cory Comparator, the man who was shot, killed, father, writing, a person in a crowd cheering for and supporting a traitor to this country caught astray. I'm so sad.
5 minutes.
Please.
If you have not seen this, Indie Film fucking called it months ago. He was like, I'm telling you, bro, one of these days, because I always was talking about, hey, Destiny's really intelligent. You know, he's really honest about the things he thinks. He, he's good at debate tactics and this and that and that. And Indie Film was like, one day, bro, he's just gonna, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Like, I kind of see this guy for who he is, and I don't really agree with him. I never saw that coming.
To this country caught astray. I'm so sad. Please. Now, I know you could say that's out of context. Well, here's a clip of him addressing that as well on the stream.
Sure. I already gave you the honest answer. You just don't like it. The honest answer is, I have no sympathy. I think it's kind of funny. Yes, that's my answer. You can try to, I already gave you the honest answer.
Clip of him addressing that as well on the stream.
Sure. I've already given you the honest answer. You just don't like it. The honest answer is, I have no sympathy. I think it's kind of funny. Yes, that's my answer. You can try to ask that like 20 different times, but that's my answer. My position is so simple. And unlike you guys, I actually own it. So I don't know why you guys keep misquoting my position. It's so simple. If you support an insurrectionist and happens to you, I don't really give a f. And if the way you die is funny, I'm going to laugh at it. That's my position. It's very simple.
The ability to just take the humanity away from somebody. You think different things, therefore it's okay if you die.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't disagree if the premises were true. You support an insurrectionist. He wasn't an insurrectionist. See what I'm talking about? Come here. These people are the enemy when they accuse you of being an insurrectionist because you want, I don't know, a recount. Then they can justify the unjustifiable. Oh, a guy who supported an insurrectionist caught a stray bullet? First off, we don't know if it was a stray bullet. We don't know if this person wanted to kill as many people as possible. We don't know.
Good point. Hadn't really heard that one before.
But at this point in time, we do know that Donald Trump was not an insurrectionist and he peacefully left office and ask for people to have their voices be heard peacefully and patriotically. It's like saying you support a Nazi, you support a white supremacist. Hold on a second. He condemned neo-Nazis and white supremacists and
over and over and over and over and over to the point that it's become a thing that they just ask him to try to get him to like, see, he wouldn't denounce the white supremacy this time, only the last 700 times.
Charlottesville. He said who should be condemned totally. But if you start off with a false premise, then you justify violence against the innocent. I would agree that if someone led a violent insurrection, like you see in South America, like you see in many other countries, you see across the globe, against this country, if that person had active violent supporters, I probably wouldn't feel bad for them if they were shot because they chose to live a life of violence. They chose
kind of like a lot of the people fighting in the Middle East. A lot, not all, but a lot.
to go a path of violence.
Shout out to Matthew King. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very good to see you, sir. Said, when you see the other side is less than, you can justify anything. That's what the dogma is there for. The dogma is not to bolster your ideas. The dogma is the failsafe in case your ideas aren't good enough. You can shove anyone into whatever category that you need to. It doesn't matter that Corey Comparte may or may not have been willing to sit down with Destiny and have a calm conversation. They may or may not have been best friends if they had the opportunity. It does not matter. Because once you don this hat, you are no longer a human being. And well, I mean, they're already down to murder babies. And those are human beings. So what do they think about you? Deplorable.
We have the most armed populace in the world. And the insurrection is people who are trespassing, many people who were invited in. So you take January 6th, you attribute that to Donald Trump, who asked people to make their voices heard peacefully and patriotically. And you take that, you make it sound as though these people are violent insurrectionists, and you justify.
So wait, is Guantek the only person who knows about stories from the past year that we haven't talked about, or is he just the only one that's thinking about it?
A man, a firefighter, you justify a daughter without a dad? And by the way, I wouldn't even be upset if there's a joke about it.
I was trying to fix that. Well, liberal fathers in the home. There's a joke there, but let's see if Crowder's got it.
Nothing's off limits as long as you make it funny. But this is not. This is an opinion that, yeah, I don't feel bad.
Oh, he didn't even try. Okay.
Who needs to turn down the temperature?
They need to join him? Why? What did they do? What did they do? Well, that is partly why we're doing this, but yeah, guys, think as hard as you can. I do have a list here, but we do have the rest of that video, and all right, we'll finish this up. We'll look at the Riley game.
When this person said,
and then we are past the 2.5 hour mark, but you guys have been very gracious, so we'll take a look at the list of trending topics from every single month of this year. And we will see what is good.
They're meeting with people from across the aisle, and they're going to have these civil discussions.
Please.
No.
All right, we get it. Destiny's a piece of shit.
Gaines for 5 minutes.
So Riley Gaines describes hostage situation at San Francisco State University. I don't think I heard about this. Well, unfortunately, this doesn't count. Because it's 18 months ago. This is 2023. But since nobody else has anything, then here we go.
Your opening statement.
Oh, it says it right there.
Thank you, Chairman Bishop, Ranking Member Ivey, and Ranking Member Thompson, and members of the committee for inviting me to speak to you today. My name is Riley Gaines. I'm a 12-time All-American swimmer from the University of Kentucky. Competing in the women's division of the 2022 NCAA Championships, myself and my teammates and competitors around the country were required to compete and share a locker room with Leah Thomas, a biological male who competed on the men's team at University of Pennsylvania as Will Thomas the 3 years prior. In the 200-yard freestyle at the NCAA Championships, Thomas and I tied. Despite going the exact same time down to the 100th of a second, the NCAA insisted on giving Thomas the trophy as they explained this was necessary for photo purposes and told me that I had to go home empty-handed. At our national championships, I looked around and wondered why no one was standing up for myself and the other women in the pool and in that locker room. As I talked to my teammates and competitors at the championships, I discovered that the overwhelming majority of the girls shared the extreme discomfort of being forced to strip down in front of a male who was intact with and exposing male genitalia in that same room. After seeing how this affected every girl at that meet, I decided I would stand up and speak out. I put my plans for my future, which included dental school, on hold after graduation and decided to fight for women and girls in sports. Last December, I joined the nation's most influential women's organization, making gains to stand up for women's rights and against discrimination of women in single
Making
sex
gains.
spaces. Independent Women's Forum and its C4 sister organization, Independent Women's Voice, and I serve as a spokeswoman there. But I've spent this past year speaking about the need to.
I mean, well, clearly he wasn't joking. I kind of feel like that's a fair position. Not my country, not my problem. Yeah, but he's not a political person. So, like, you expect normie people to have normie opinions. It's when you're in the political realm and you are wrong about politics. You're not a political channel. You talk about culturally, political, tangentially related things. But Abbott and Preacher are not a political channel. So, like, being wrong about Trump is not something that you would ding them for. Like, maybe you don't like it, but that's not what they do. So it's not like you're just wrong. You're allowed to be wrong.
To keep women's sports for females only and to safeguard women's privacy, security, and access to a fair playing field. The right to privacy and equal opportunities for women are not being protected by Title IX. Even worse than the efforts to dismantle Title IX.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep this rolling, right? This is a list of a bunch. Actually, let me do this. I went month by month. And I was like, give me the top 50 trending topics per month. So I'm going to scroll through, and I want you guys to just pick something that oh, wait. Let's scroll through, and let's just pick something that either you didn't hear about, or you didn't know about, or you want to hear about, or
are the efforts to silence and intimidate us through the use of every means available, whether that be fear, shame, threats, emotional blackmail, gaslighting, to try to keep us from speaking out against the efforts to deprive women of their rights. I believe the coerced silencing of women and men by college administrators who will not let us speak freely about injustices now being faced by women in sports is one of the most important free speech issues of our time. Seeing how universities were not allowing students to truthfully consider all perspectives, I found it necessary to travel to colleges all over the country to share my experience surrounding the injustices being faced by women in sports and the systemic attempt to erase women as a whole. On April 6th of 2023, I traveled to San Francisco State University to
they get a little bit more specific as we go through
speak to a campus group on the right of women to compete on a level playing field in sport. The school administration was aware of my visit, and the program had been publicized on campus. I was told I would be met by the campus police and briefed on a security plan an hour and a half before the event, but the police failed to show up to our scheduled meeting. I went to the classroom building where I was to speak, which was on the third floor.
They said, oh shit, Congress are releasing COVID information. So where do we have that? Was that in January? I saw that up here. Where the fuck was it? Oh, come on. No, is that what it said? Congress releasing? Oh, I thought you were reading this. Okay, so then I'll keep this here.
Floor. And I entered the room, which soon began to fill with protesters. Still, the campus officers did not show like I was told they would. And I began my speech, and the protesters in the room, they were not generally disruptive. However, I could hear chanting from outside the hallway, and I sensed the situation outside was growing confrontational, which was unnerving, but no one provided any guidance to alert me that my safety was at risk. They continuously chanted outside the room, "We fight back," and that's when I began to fear for my safety. As I ended my presentation, protesters in the room opened the locked doors, and a chaotic flood of shouting, angry protesters forced their way in. They rushed at me with fists raised, most shouting and angry faces coming around me. They flickered the lights and ultimately then turned the lights off. The room filled with glares of cell phone flashlights, some in my face.
Thought you hated jokes.
I realized I was at the mercy of the crowd and I was assaulted. A woman grabbed me and told me she was with the campus police and pulled me towards the door, but I did not believe she was with the police because she wore no clothes that indicated she was an officer, and she had a face covering on so I couldn't see her face. And I resisted going with her, but I recognized I really had no choice because I couldn't have made it out without help. Again, I really, truly feared for my life. But once we made it into the hallway, we were met with an even larger mob, blocking the stairway exit, ultimately forcing us to barricade ourselves into an office alongside the same hallway. The small room we had found would be my prison for the next 3 hours, and in those hours, I was certainly held against my will. The mob screamed vengeful, racist, violent, awful things at both myself and the officers, and I received no assurance that I would get out of that situation.
Real quick, this is what you're talking about, the bombshell ruling here from 6 months ago?
When I needed consoling from the officers because I was so flustered and confused, they told me they could not provide me with that because it seemed too controversial for them. When I had expressed that I had been hit, no one asked me if I was okay, or no one asked me if I needed medical attention. When I realized I missed my flight back home due to being held hostage, I became visibly upset and told the lieutenant in the room that I just wanted to make it home, and he responded back with, "Don't you think we all want to go home?" After a while, some of these protesters began to demand a ransom for my release. They had asked for payment and threatened not to safely release me without it. And I heard an adult administrator who I learned to be the dean of students from outside the door trying to negotiate my release with the students. They said my appearance on campus was so traumatic.
One sec, you got a link?
That they were.
There's just a lot here. There's a lot here. So I don't know what exactly you're referring to.
Owed something. They were under the false notion that the university paid me to be there. Therefore, they only thought it was fair that I should pay them if I wanted to leave. After hours of being held against my will, the officers from the city of San Francisco.
Shout out to Cinnabon. You are very, very welcome. Make sure you join the Discord server. It's like a big group chat. We are in there 24/7, and there is no censors or anything. And you have full access to the voice channel. We are going into an after party. Nick just dropped the link for you. Head on over. Shout out to our boy Guam.
Come see us doing live shows. We'll be in Los Angeles, Honolulu, Baltimore, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, Providence. Guess what? The House COVID-19 panel releases their final report on COVID-19.
To that, Nikki said today Tucker had a guest that discussed the United Healthcare and Luigi fallout. I mean, in general, on the thing, I haven't seen that, so no thoughts on that specifically. But obviously, murder is bad. I definitely understand why people feel like, oh, this is so cool and great. Like healthcare is bad, but like killing CEOs is not going to fix it.
And they criticize public health response to the pandemic. You don't say.
Did they excoriate it? Would you say it went that far?
Did they excoriate? So I know what you're wondering. Does that mean that they did we pointlessly destroy lives and businesses with an iron fist?
Yup.
Or does that mean they were cracking down hard enough on us? It could go either way.
Yeah.
Was it they were destroying lives and businesses, or they weren't cracking down hard enough? I wonder what the answer is going to be.
Well, we know which way they're going to go, but we also know which way is the truth. Matthew King said, I agree, Nick. The peak of 2024 was finding this community. Y'all are good people. Even when I disagree, I appreciate the honesty. What does Nick say? I just want to say thank you for starting this community. That has been one of the most enjoyable things I've had to look forward to each week. Much appreciated. Well, thank you guys for being here. To each and every one of you, as I say all the time, you guys could be doing anything. There's so much other stuff on YouTube right now. But the fact that you're here means the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, Cinnamon, make sure you join up in the Discord. That is what the community is really about. Not just the show. Not just the show. This is just the, dipping your toe in the water. When you're part of the after party, when you're part of the conversations in there, that's the good stuff. Thank you, gentlemen. Very much appreciated. Well, like I said, looks like us purebuds were right the entire time. Too bad people will hate you more for being right even more than being safe to begin with. That's the burden of being right. It just is. It just is.
Lives and businesses, or they weren't cracking down hard enough. I wonder what the answer is going to be. I wonder how this COVID report's going to turn out.
Shout out to TSN. Dilly to you all. Speaking of which, that is how we're going to end the show. Is taking a look at the raid, because that was probably the coolest thing that happened to me in this chair all year. I mean, I went to Vegas for Freedom First. I was hanging out with Alex O'Connor and Thomas Sheedy and all them. So, I mean, like, slow your roll. But in this chair, that was the coolest thing that has happened to me. Good call. We're going to watch this. I'm going to watch that. Good call.
Wait, are they going to say not enough? Is that really how it could turn out?
Well,
I'm asking for real.
No, this is a joke I'm telling.
Oh, God. If that...
A Republican-led House committee investigating broad aspects of the COVID-19 pandemic and its effects in the U.S. released a final report Monday, summarizing its 2-year effort, saying it hoped the work would serve as a roadmap for Congress, the executive branch, and the private sector to prepare for a respond to future. So the Republican-led House committee. So it's Republican. So that means the girls at The View don't have to accept it. And when I say girls, I mean grown ladies. I meant to say gals. I meant to say gals.
The gals.
I don't accept it either, Jimmy. We should only...
Didn't they say they were adding somebody new? Hold on, real quick. The View adds new host. After Trump staffer Alyssa Farrah Griffin as a longtime contributor. I stopped caring.
Or do I?
I meant to say gals.
I don't accept it either, Jimmy. We should only have one party. To save democracy, we should have one party.
Yeah, just one, like China.
Yeah.
So maybe what they need is a good old
Just like
roadmap.
China.
So this is a good old fashioned roadmap because the last circular clusterfuck came off like they were using Waze. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that here we go. It's a 520-page report, Kurt. The House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic concludes that the coronavirus most likely emerged from a laboratory in Wuhan, China. Well, you don't say. Sounds far-fetched.
Yeah, a little bit. 520 pages to say that nonsense?
Are they sure that the people in China weren't eating bats at a wet market? Are you sure?
How dare you?
Oh, come on.
Can't say
Have
that.
I been not eating bat because I thought that causes COVID and you've robbed me of that?
Are you sure we're talking about Wuhan, China, and not Wu Quain?
Wu Quain! I love it. Shout out to what's his last name? Kurt. What is his last name? I'm drawing a blank. What's his last name? I'm guessing you've seen the part of the problem Dave is making fun of Whoopi for seeming not to understand insurance. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm a little behind because I haven't been driving this week. So Metzger, there you go, Kurt Metzger. Let's see. What's the last part of the problem that I saw? So wow. So I currently on Rumble versus the New York Times from December 16th. And just in case y'all forgot, what a gangster or how a gangster listens to podcasts. Come on. What are we doing? Why are we not playing? It's supposed to play. Play.
And I didn't send it to you, Rob, because sometimes it's fun to just get the reaction. And it's not like a specific thing where it's like, oh, like read up on this. It's like, it's our topic. It's the topic that we talk about all the time. And the topic that is it's hard to explain being in kind of me and Rob's position, but it's a very bizarre, there's just this crazy dynamic that there's this thing that me and you, for whatever reason, have really been focused on for many years at this point, which is like the state of politics and the economy and foreign policy.
If you can't listen at 2.4, get the fuck out of off first. But yeah, there's a bunch of episodes. So I have the Scott and Horton episode, I did the Rise of Anti-Semitism episode, the obvious conspiracy, mediocrity over excellence, and then the next fake pandemic from today. So I'm a little bit behind, but I agree. I love it. Golden Tech said Kurt and Jimmy work so well off each other, and he's not even in studio. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Dore in like his style of comedy, his style of this feels janky, where he's got the stuff here, and then like Kurt will start talking, and then 2 seconds later he'll just pop up and it'll block. Like it seems janky, and you could easily fix it. And then he's got this Jimmy Dore has this desire to make the joke over, I don't know. I don't dislike him, but it's just not my go-to. But I absolutely agree. They have a great chemistry.
Rob me of that.
Are you sure we're talking about Wuhan, China, and not Wu Quain? Are we talking about Ukraine?
Took him a second, but he got it.
So it goes on. It goes on. It says,
of course, his name is right there. 2 seconds.
Citing factors like biological characteristics of the virus and
See, like that's just it's clunky. Stop doing that.
illnesses among researchers at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in the fall of 2019. The report is also critical of common COVID mitigation measures. Social distancing and mask mandates were not based on science.
Hard science.
Hard science, but soft science.
Limp
science.
Like the idea that you could turn from a man into a woman.
Stupid.
Acid science. And prolonged lockdowns caused immeasurable harm to not only the American economy, but also to the mental and physical health of Americans.
Excuse me. I remember being extremely, I don't know where to go with that. Extremely out of pocket, according to other people, when I said so. But hey,
harm to not only the American economy, but also to the mental and physical health of Americans, with a particularly negative effect on younger citizens.
We've seen Taylor Lorenz. You can measure it.
So basically, every conspiracy theory you've thought about COVID is they're validating.
Yep. I feel like it's good if you go in knowing it's about the jokes. From Mike Crowder, who tries to be so serious that the comedy comes off as forced. It's like the difference between a comedian and the Late Show. Agreed. And still, just personally, not my cup of tea. But no hate to Jimmy Dore at all.
But for the wrong reasons.
Yes. So I love how these reports, they understate the actual effect. The latest research reveals drowning severely reduces a person's ability to contribute to society.
Oh, that's what I bemoan the most is all the people, what they could have contributed.
So
that's all you're useful for is what you contribute to the system.
I mean,
experts have said that such mitigation recommendations were sometimes based on research into other respiratory viruses because of a lack of knowledge about the coronavirus, and that guidelines may shift as scientific knowledge develops.
The science changes, but trust the science. Don't question the science. Just trust the science.
Which experts?
Yank. However, the report applauds travel restrictions instituted by the Trump administration early. Yank, saying that they helped save lives and were unjustly criticized as xenophobia.
Nope. Sorry, Trump. Nope. Fuck that one up, homie.
We know now that the virus wasn't anywhere deadly like they said it was. In fact, Bill Gates said it was just like the flu, a little different, but it had a low fatality rate. How low? Less than 0.5%.
Low. How low? Low. You know what I mean?
Different, but it had a low fatality rate. How low?
Low.
Less than 0.5%.
I don't even know what that's from.
So if you got COVID, you had a 99.5% chance of surviving. And
Dixon asks, are you streaming on Wednesday? Well, I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I took a little Christmas break, but we are back. Yes, sir. I will be here on Wednesday. I might be a little hungover, but we will be here.
And the people who died were old with comorbidities, just like the flu, but a little different.
Yeah, so just in case you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to never miss a party ever again.
As the great Bill Gates, the billionaire we like.
As the great Bill Gates said. So they're still lying for Trump. That's what they're doing. They're lying. That's what's called lying for Trump. Unbelievable.
Well, do you remember the travel restrictions and all that at the time? It was racist to even say COVID was a problem.
Yes.
I remember this abrupt switch where all of a sudden everybody who was...
Nancy Pelosi was in Chinatown saying, come to Chinatown.
Yeah.
So,
and then also remember that in the very beginning, it was the conservatives who were like, you got to mask up. This shit's coming down. They're doing this. And the liberals were like, oh, that's silly. And then it just switched up because they were like, no, the conservatives are the ones who aren't wearing masks. You wear the mask to be a good person. They're like, oh, we're the good person. And then we're like, oh, wait, so you don't need a mask? Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Don't worry about it.
Bat.
Yeah.
We're saving some bat on the Barbie for you.
The administration, ready to this? The administration is also lauded for Operation Warp Speed, the effort to quickly develop the COVID-19 vaccine, which the report calls an incredible feat of science that saved millions. Hey,
I mean, I agree that it is an incredible feat of science. Did it save millions of lives? Probably not. Potentially, maybe, but probably not.
we all know that the best and safest way to develop an experimental drug is at warp speed.
Well, hey, I will give because I understand how science works, and I don't just trust the science. The fact that it was created at warp speed and didn't kill people is the scientific feat. That is an incredible scientific feat. That doesn't mean that it's safe. Those are two different things. Dixon said it was like the Dems and Republicans got the wrong script at first. Yeah, just like the party switch of the 1860s, right? Except this one.
Best and safest way to develop an
I mean, but if we're being if we're being serious, the anti-vax was a quote unquote far left position. It was lefty people who were saying, "Oh no, we can't do that. Oh, we got a hungry dance. We got a hungry dance. Morty's hungry." No, I was just keep going, fucker. There you go. Feed him. He's so hungry. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying.
We all know that the best and safest way to develop an experimental drug is at warp speed.
Yeah. And by the way, even if that were true, Pfizer didn't want to be part of warp speed because they didn't want all the oversight of warp speed.
Warp speed.
Which is none.
The report notes that the operation even received praise from Dr. Anthony Fauci.
There we go. Yeah. That I mean, I guess I pretty much got to the end of that thought, but that was a far left position. And it was Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy was a big on that. And to the credit of, I don't know who, but pre-COVID, I would have looked at a Jenny McCarthy, somebody talking about vaccines cause autism. And I've been like, bro, that's so fucking stupid. Trust me. I went to a private university and got a degree in psychology, and they told me that doesn't happen. So, as of now, am I a person who believes that vaccines cause autism? No. Am I somebody who's going to say, I don't think that's right, but I don't really know? Indeed, I am. Matthew said the Supreme Court throwing out Trump's bump stock ban was awesome. Trying to think of what happened this year. The past 4 years all blur together. Indeed, they do. But thankfully, they are over. They are over. On yourselves, word up.
Former director of the NIA, fuck off, and a frequent target of the subcommittee. Oh, really? Okay.
I hate these people so much.
But the report, this is CNN Health, but the report also, and I hate them too. And that health officials and the Biden administration oversold the power of the vaccines to prevent transmission or infection, possibly contributing to the public's lack of trust in COVID shots and in vaccines overall. You think the fact that they lied about them repeatedly?
Who wrote this? Sanjay Gupta?
Contributed to the public.
Probably. It's from CNN Health. Probably Sanjay Gupta.
Looks lack of trust in them. You think?
That's stochastic.
It's. Is he saying that's
loss of trust?
Oh, I thought he was going to say that's stochastic terrorism. You know, like the Young Turks were really pushing that for a while. I'm really interested to see where Cenk goes from here, because there's no, like, he's really trying to cozy up with MAGA right now, but I don't see him legitimately being down with the MAGA agenda once it really comes down. So he's put himself in a precarious position. We will see what is good with that. Do we have one more thing that somebody was asking about? I just want to double check because I believe this was the last thing. Yeah, this was the last thing. All right, cool. My take on Vivek. I love Vivek, but I did not like his recent tweet about let's see if I can find it. His recent tweet about like where are we? So yeah, he had the tweet. The reason, where are we? The reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over native Americans isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, then we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. It doesn't start in college, it starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World or Zach and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Fact, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents in the 90s who actively limited how much their kids could watch those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity, and their kids went on to become wildly successful STEM graduates. More movies like Whiplash, fewer reruns of Friends, more math tutoring and fewer sleepovers, more weekend science competitions, fewer Saturday morning cartoons, more books, less TV, more creating, less chilling, more extracurriculars, less hanging out at the ball. Most normal American parents look skeptically at, quote, those kinds of parents. More normal American parents, more normal American kids view such of those kinds of kids with scorn. If you grow up aspiring to normalcy, normalcy is what you will achieve. Now close your eyes and visualize which families you knew in the 90s, or even now, who raised their kids according to one model versus the other. Be brutally honest. Normalcy doesn't cut in a hyper-competitive global market for technical talent. Kind of agreed, which is why I don't really like a global market, but we'll get there. This can be our Sputnik moment, blah, 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 blah. We just have to work, blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, weird rant. It's getting, I should have been popular in high school. Maybe you can make very academic statistical argument here, but this is teetering on identity politics. It's not identity politics per se, but it's the same mentality. His biggest miss yet. So that is my take on Vivek's specific position there. I think he is not understanding the value of chilling, not understanding the value of normalcy, not understanding the value of not needing to be an elite in order to have value. I think that's what he doesn't understand. And the parents who were saying, oh, you can't watch Saved by the Bell, which a lot of people were saying, he got 1,500 on his SATs and went to Stanford. So the fuck are you talking about, homie? And yeah, so this is far, far, far more relevant. That Boomer and Gen X parents were willing to just be like, okay, well, we don't want you to feel bad. We don't want you to feel bad because you didn't achieve. What it seems like Vivek is doing is conflating losing and not winning. If I don't play a game, I didn't win. And that's okay because I didn't play. That's very different from losing. And I think Vivek feels like a loser. He said his Saved by the Bell comparison was off base. Slater was a star football player, but that's exactly his point. He's like, well, we're venerating the jock over Screech, who was a fucking creep. But that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying, oh, well, he's the jock. He has excellence. He, by merit, is the best person at playing football. But we shouldn't venerate that. We shouldn't like that. We should like the nerdy kid, because liking nerdy stuff makes a better global market. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Nick agrees. Context said, I feel like all of MAGA was bamboozled by this Vivek take. It was the mainstream media that ran with the story that he was just calling Americans stupid. They would put out anything there to harm MAGA, and they were literally saying he's specifically calling out white people. People would have loved this take 6 months ago because he's more so calling out the schooling and culture, which he always talked about changing. I don't disagree that it's being twisted to be like, oh, you hate white people? It's just a weird, again, it's just a weird framing. It's a weird framing. Okay, so yeah, I disagree. I think that while the message was twisted, I think the original authentic message that he said is still wrong. I think both things could be true. Matthew said, it's like, I know you suck, but not a problem. Here's a trophy anyway. And it's the same trophy as the winner got, so you're just as good. I don't understand how you could say that liking the football star and the popular smart kid who's going to an Ivy League school is more detrimental to our culture than this. Sorry, bro. When you're wrong, you're wrong. All right, guys, let's finish up here. Shout out to the Shuli Network. If you have not seen this, it was a moment. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to have the same effect. But it was wild to be here. Shout out to the Shuli Network.
What I loved about these guys is not only did they not know what was going on, but they still went along with it. They leaned into it.
So what we're talking about here is these guys like to take our boys like Dixon and Carl's Frosted Tips and many others, and they'll pick a channel where is there a criteria, or is it just like, let's try this one? Either way, they'll jump into different people's streams and just be like, hey, yo, we're here, what's good? And people will get mad at it. And so originally, when they were talking about it, I didn't understand. All right, well, let's watch and then we'll come back. So that's the idea here. They're doing raids on people, and people are getting mad. And I didn't.
Weren't afraid. They didn't run away. And they're all very interesting in their own way. And I wanted to bring them on here tonight. So we can say hello and they can put their channel. And here's the thing I want to do with them. I want their channel monetized. I want them to be able to make some money, to get some super chats.
Okay, so Dixon's saying it's mostly small channels with less than 40 viewers, which we definitely make the cut. So they were saying, we wanted them to be able to make some money and so on and so forth, and that sounds more like a call to subscribe. So you'll see that they're not saying, Dixon, go spend money on them. They're just saying, go put them in the position so that whoever wants to super chat because the channel is monetized. That's, from what I understand, where it starts.
I think they got a good shot of doing that. They're entertaining. They're fun. They don't run away from topics. Like, they'll talk about anything. All right, now let's welcome the one and all the boys were going nuts for her. She's simply known as Antlers. Say hello to Antlers.
Hey, Antlers, how are you?
I ain't looking at her antlers.
Hi, how are you, Antlers?
Me and my legendary rack are doing fantastic.
Yeah, dressed up for the occasion.
It is rather like.
Come, you only got half of them on the camera. Come on now.
Hey, there he is! Shout out to Dixon Cider. Look at it! Dixon, my man. All right, let's move to the raids.
Just
Turkey Day.
No. All right, here we go.
The day after Turkey Day,
Oh, he's talking about puddle chicken. I knew it.
So let's see. We got 31 watching, but only 746 subscribers. Fuck you. Why don't I be getting fucking all right?
Turkey.
So you can see all our people are Nordic born, and I mean, obviously, I don't recognize everybody, but we got Lone Wolf, Carlos Frosted Tips, another Nordic born, Guillermo.
I don't know where you guys are coming from.
Finally,
Let him know.
TSA.
Let him know.
It's kinda
Represent.
cool.
From your newest, biggest fans.
Yeah.
He actually, Bob actually sounds a lot like Funkmaster as well.
John Mendez.
Seems like okay, like
Chulu the Jew Center.
34 watching, 0 likes. Just saying.
Julie the Jew Center.
And this is another thing about streaming in general, where like I feel very self-conscious when like if there's dead air, if there's I feel like the show's got to move. So to be like, what are you guys saying? Oh, I'm not gonna do a show like that. That's like fucking boring to me, because exactly what this is. Like, this is boring.
Newest, biggest fans.
That's crazy. Like, if I'm not part of the raid, like this, you're boring me, Mr.
John.
Other one. Yeah, people dig this, and I gotta say, it's
so
cool.
let's see some other ideas we have.
That's the biggest.
Now we got Bree and Dane. They have 800 subscribers and 3 watching. All right.
Jacket I ever seen in my life.
Say hello to Bree and Dane.
Let's do it. Bree watching. Let's go.
Look at the chat. So you can see 3 watching before. We already have 5 now, but we have the David Torres, Ronnie R, and Walter the mod. That's everybody watching.
We've kind of tried that. We are
sending a chat saying hello.
Work. We kind of just end up watching videos.
Yeah, we get into well, I think when we did it, we may have been under the influence, so that's not fair.
Right. We would like to get you.
It was a hello, welcome to the stream. Hey, Jordan Greer.
Hello.
It was a barbecue restaurant. Yo, what's up? Whoa, what's going on, guys?
I like
whoa, hi Bree, hi
Hi.
Dane. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream.
I don't know.
Who sent you? Who's your boss?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your
Yes,
daddy?
we want to help them get monetized.
Then you work out. No.
And again, it's so strange to me that you would see that and not automatically be like, "Oh, this is good. This is good."
Oh, does it look like it, guys?
Nikki, are you asking me something, or are you asking Gomtech something?
I have lost 20 pounds.
I'm sweating.
It's another up to 38.
That
was cool.
There.
That was cool.
Dane is hot too. Thank you.
No, he is hot.
Oh, before we go, did I save that? Oh, come on. I didn't save that. God damn it. All right. Well, stick with me.
Honestly, look at this guy.
Listen. Yeah.
I know.
Whoa, controversial.
There's been some crazy comments in here.
Whoa.
How about Indian
And
Jesus?
it's my turn. Biggest channel, lowest view count.
I love it.
Let's go.
Very much.
Indian Jesus.
That's me. After party. If you are a member of this channel, and so realize, guys, we are. If you look, started 3 hours ago. I'm at full screen. I'm talking about the after party. All that. I was ready to go. I was done. You should be in Discord, and you should be in the after party. I see Nick in there already.
It does sort
I'm
of look
hoping
like
to
an
see
Indian
a few
Jesus.
more of you when I get in there.
But I think this guy's gonna
I'm a
understand.
bartender.
He's gonna be happy.
Whether you were able to.
That should be the game, over under on whether they freak out and
Thumbs
their
up or
stream.
thumbs down.
I think he's
I ain't freaking out about nothing, bro. Let's do it.
gonna be thrilled.
As long as you are hitting that
Well, we're about to find out.
the video, all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. That helps just as much. has the monetary stuff. Shout out to whoa! Look at we got Trick Taylor, 1983 said, "Lord, I'm the Lord and Savior." What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
See?
We got Carl's Frosted Tips. Welcome to the party. We got Paterno 20 in the building. The Shuli Net. I can't even keep up. Where we at? So if you notice, nobody else, at least in the clip from what they showed, nobody else got a super chat. And so shout out to El Diablo here, who happened to just send a super chat. Yeah, I got you all. The Shuli Network. We got Nordic Born. Y'all better be hitting that like button. What's good?
There you go.
And if I drink 4 beers in an hour, how many beers after 2 hours? 2 more.
Oh my God! Did he just do
Tanner in the
John's
building.
drunk math?
Welcome.
I think it was kind of like it.
I think so. Not usually, but I think absolutely. And it's so awesome to get so much joy out of spreading the wealth. They seem like good dudes for sure. We as soon as we are getting 50 people on the reg, we are absolutely going to be doing this every single Friday. Stolen from the Shuli Network. Think so. We also got Bob's Last Smoke. Look at my face. I'm like, oh god. What do we do? We got some super chats in the building. Shout out to El Diablo. And of course, every donation comes with a treat. And they were like, hey, yeah, what? For Morty. Yummy.
The Rob Soul of India.
Thank you very, very much. We also got Dixon. Said, what's up? I don't know what Skull is, but shout out to Skull. Skull specifically to Dixon. Out of all the TSN people, you have been the #1 most consistent person here. So I really, really appreciate you, brother. Let's do it.
See, I knew he'd go with it.
Yeah,
and look at it! Oh, Dixon coming through for your boy. You don't have to move. Look at it. Oh. That was supposed to happen. All right. Well, there we go. Thank you so very much. We're going to be, the lighting's going to be a little weird, but we ride. Thank you so very, very much, brother. I mean, look at that. We got $2 here. We got $20 there. There's $22 just on the screen from Dixon. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, but shout out to Skull. Let's do it.
See, I knew he'd go with it.
Thank you.
Dude.
Let's get another treat for Morty. He is loving it. I think we might have to keep going. Shout out to Pete.
I'm just about to steal that for leaving.
Stuttering John is.
Well, he was just about to sign off when we showed up.
Thank you for coming through, and thank you for the $2. As Morty very much appreciates. We got Painkiller. Oh, I like the name. So Shuli is our god. We serve TSN. Just roll with it. I will. Thank you.
See?
Painkiller. We got another one for a ball.
That dog's going to be looking like a bear. It's going to look like a bear by tomorrow on his lap.
What if they're edibles? If they're like weed edibles?
We also got Reverend. And y'all just kept going. And D. Dixon, you rock, brother. Ugly. With a $5 said I got my keychain, and I really feel like my life has turned around. Well, Reverend, that's amazing.
This dude's getting some super chats, man. I love you guys, man.
Shout out to the other Lord.
Thank you, everybody.
We are rolling. We got Guillermo, handyman to the stars. So she can be running a newsstand. That's my uncle. Come again, please. Thank you. Yes, again, we get the treat.
We got
the treat for Morty. You guys are making him so happy. Shout out to Carl's Frosted Tips. Kyle. There's been a Kyle in my life before. That is
that's amazing.
welcome, and thank you so much. I'm falling behind. Oh, you guys are blessing me like a motherfucker. Thank you so much. Shout out to Dixon Cider. You Rob stole your dog.
Clip that, please.
Notice how I spent the most time on this. I spent the most time on that. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, I don't know. I still don't know what it means.
Clip that, please.
Your dog. I'm going to go with no.
Yeah, my man. Hey, guys, thanks for watching that clip. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, don't care. But I do want to tell you, if you want to support, hit the join button down below. Get in there. Be a member. Check out the archives. There's a lot of great stuff. Enjoy the Shuli Network.
Shout
what a
out.
horrible name.
What a horrible name. Shout out to the Shuli Network. Guys, again, that was the most incredible thing that's happened to me in this chair. I don't know. So that was the Shuli Network. So the Shuli, if we go over to their page here, this is the Shuli Network. This is their channel. This is where we found friends like Dixon, Carl's Frosted Tips, and others. And that's a thing. That's just a thing that they do. They go and they raid and every once in a while. And they chose me, and I rolled with it, so it worked out. Gonzek said maybe twice a year we could do something. Well, I'm down to do this every single fucking week. We don't got to be dropping mad money on people. Like eventually, if we drop a little, this or that. How long ago was this? This was September 3rd. That was Papa Letch's birthday. That was a couple months, only a few months ago. That is wild. But yeah, I'm like, again, we don't, the raid doesn't have to be us dropping money. Like they all decided like, oh, he's feeding the dog. Let's give him more money. Because, I'm a genius like that. But if we were just like, okay, we'll talk about something for 2 hours on a Friday. Then we just go, we go to the homepage. Let's do it right now. Live. Let's do it right now. 400, 300, 200. So get somebody. That's it. That's all okay. How do we find? I don't know how to find. That was the same issue that I was talking about when I was a small channel. How do you find a small channel that's small? I don't want featured live streams. I want live streams that are live right now that have. Dixon, help me out. How do you I was watching Dalcon, which is mid-August. Word up. But like, how do I find? What's the best way to find YouTube live streams that have less than 10 concurrent? That's how you spell it. Viewers. Oh, there you go. So Shuli Network really helped out. It's just not giving us what we want. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. Okay. All right. Hold on. 3.8, 1.6. This is gonna work if it's like 6 of us when there's 1,000 of them. We need it to be like 12 people. How do you do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't know what to search. I don't know what to look for. Okay, 700 is the lowest one I've seen. But exactly. I knew that it wasn't that simple to find people like that. Okay, well, I was down. I was down to do it right now, but I don't know how to do it. Next, I think that getting that number into a stream at one time has to help. Yeah, absolutely, and that's that's a big thing that getting over those humps, because that's how it typically works. You don't necessarily have constant growth. Like, the channel's kind of been stagnant since the election, or really since before the election, where people are like, okay, I'm not really paying attention to littles. I'm just paying attention to the big stuff that's going on. And I'm going to either, if I listen to Tim Cast or I listen to Crowder, or I listen to whoever, I'm going to the big channels. Okay. So let's pick a topic. What's a topic that we want? Somebody throw out a topic. And again, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. But those milestones and getting past that is like, now we're back in it. And it's hard not to worry. Like, why is my channel growing? Like, oh my God, am I done forever? And like, you just got to learn that's how it works. You just there's certain times when you do well, and sometimes when you don't. Okay, now we're going 200. We're getting better. 64. Well, these are 15. No, but these are okay. Well, this is gay. So we need something better than bunnies. Let's try. Why would we search 40K? What? 60. No, okay. Nope. Okay, well, let's go Trump. How is that a thing? They just don't have the. I'm gonna need some help from your boy next time. Ask Joe. Like, and he's just trying to pay it forward, but we are missing. Let's say politics. But where did the fucking thing go? I don't understand. Why it just automatically stopped having. Like it has it here. Because like all this stuff is giving us kids shit. Like we need something specific. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try one more. Why did it go away? I don't understand. Why are you doing that? Give me the fucking live button. I'm so confused. What, maybe if we open a new tab, maybe it's something with that. It just decided, nope. Okay. I don't know how you did that, but let's go. Is this it?
3 people that tuned in.
Drop in the link.
They do, bro. But yeah, I'm out of here, mug. I'll hit your number, cutie pie.
Oh, I was trying to be first, motherfucker.
Get booted, zooted. Have a nice sleep. Try to wake up at.
How did you guys find that?
And I'll probably be live again tomorrow because I'm trying to.
Guys,
trying to get on my grind, bro. Back on my live YouTube grind. So.
You got to say stuff in the chat.
Wednesday?
If it's just me and Dixon, it doesn't work.
Magic. ASAP. What up, Indian Jesus? Fucking, that's a great name, bro.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
You know that. You guys just missed me whip ass with my newly created sexy Peggy deck.
Everybody subscribe.
You know, it's pretty insane.
This is so underwhelming with 3 of us, guys. This is so underwhelming.
What? Who are all these Indian Jesus people? No way. Thank you, guys.
Am I missing something?
What is happening? No, I can't get off now. Do I play another game, dude? Holy crap. What is up? Fuck it, I'm gonna play another one. Oh, there's people here. Be ashamed if this is one I lose. MTG in space? Is that?
It is.
Gonna set?
You realize New Year's Eve is tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. It's not New Year's Eve yet. At least not for me. I don't know where you are. We'll keep this one.
Well, there you go. 28 minutes.
It is Magic the Gathering Arena. This is Brawl. It's basically a card game, but digital. It's pretty fun. In real life? And it's just as fun on the computer. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. It's not easy at first, but like once you understand the language and everything, the game does get much easier.
Obviously, if it's with something a little bit more in my wheelhouse, then we could talk about things. But
really, I'm just trying to be more consistent. Stream more every day, kind of thing. The main goal, obviously, is to have it, eventually reach a point of success where I can be monetized and whatnot. But I just kind of like going live and doing whatever. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hopping in here. This is the most viewers I think I've ever had at one time. So,
oh, come on.
Yeah, they kind of try to ruin the game for money because they're owned by Hasbro. But Commander, which is like, there's like a bunch of different game modes you can play. The game mode Commander, they are not in control of the rules. There's a separate rules committee that makes the rules for Commander. So, because they know that.
I hate these emojis so much. All right.
Definitely not Octua. Oh, yeah.
And see,
like a meme Octua or that. I'm not a fan of people getting famous for silly things like that, but to each their own.
And there we go. So we just made dude's night. We just made dude's night. And so if you guys are over there, enjoy yourself. Before we go,
Walks up to the
there was one thing
says to me,
that I need to show you guys. King, you've already seen it. Tell me. Yeah, and exactly. That's why it's not as That's why you got to dedicate time to jumping around. Be like, okay, is this guy going to be cool? Is this going to be like you saw with me? I was like, hey, yo, let's go. It's like, oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Oh, this is. And I mean, I understand as somebody who's been not comfortable with more than 3 people. Like, you know, that's a skill that builds. But he's definitely phased. And he is definitely happy. But Funkmaster General, this is for you.
Yo,
Is this not? If Funkmaster General was a bartender, now I think most of you don't know what he looks like, so put that aside. We're talking about the sound here.
Yo, I'm a bartender. Last night, a dude walks up to the bar, says to me, "Give me a yellow jacket." I don't know what a yellow jacket is, so I say, "A yellow jacket?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I don't know what that is." He fucking rolls his eyes at me. A dude in his 40s rolls his eyes at another dude in his 40s, pushing 50, fuck me. And he goes, "It's a Coors bottle." And he says it like I should fucking know that he or a network of douchebags called Coors bottles yellow jackets. Okay. It's fucking stupid. Let's start there. That's fucking stupid. Just call it a Coors bottle. But all right, yellow. Do I need the fucking eye roll? That's where I'm the asshole. You got to give me a fucking eye roll because you call Coors bottle a yellow jacket, and I haven't heard that before. But I'm the asshole. While we're on the subject, fuck you G&T people too. Yeah, let me get the other day, I mean, fucking, you know, often. Yeah, let me get a G&T. That means gin and tonic, in case you don't know. I don't know why the fuck people don't say gin and tonic. I guess G&T they think is fucking hip, cool, funky, fresh. Maybe they think it's
funky fresh. He said funky fresh.
Cool, funky, fresh. Maybe they think it saves them some time. It doesn't. It makes you come across as pretentious. I'm an asshole for sure. I get it. But a fucking eye roll for a fucking, let me get a fucking yellow jacket. Fuck you and your yellow jacket.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Funkmaster General on TikTok. All right, guys. Another year. Another fucking year. We fucking did this shit. Let's go back and hit this one more again. I can't believe. I may or may not be on tomorrow. I don't know for sure. But we did another year of all this. What did I miss? Like 3 streams? Guys, we are so much closer to the beginning than the end. It seems like, you know, compared to Band 7E that we were watching, they're like, oh, he's got 76 subscribers and 1 viewer. Like, TheIndianJesus, that's a whole other level. I mean, it is. But like, also, I'm struggling to hit 5,000 subscribers. Again, I understand. It's the end of the year, end of the election cycle. That's going to happen. But you guys, you continue to show up. You continue to be part of the conversation. You continue to be part of the community. And that helps so much. And of course, obviously, while the subscriber count and views ish, because you guys are consistent with me, and it really matters in times like this when I'm not getting new subscribers, when I'm losing subscribers. That those of you who are here are here. You know, I typically am unhappy with a stream that's under 100 views. We're at 80 right now, but you know, again, holiday season, not a strong focus on one topic. Not the end of the world. But you guys still came the fuck through. And, you know, regardless, that is going to help. We had the $40 Cash App from Bunkmaster. I know that it's weird for me to fawn over the fact that you guys like hanging out here. But I'm so appreciative. And I try to tamp it down and be like, all right, thanks, guys, and then move on. But it really does mean so much to me. So if I cannot end the year telling you guys that I love everything that you do for this channel. And I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. But I did. So I do know what we're doing. We're taking the fuck over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much, guys. It has been an amazing year. 2025 is only going to be better. And all of you said that guy is similar to Funkmaster. I mean, I love you guys. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do but tell you I love you guys. I am super excited for this after party. Again, if you are a member and you are not a member of the Discord, you are missing out. You are missing out. We are building a community and you are missing out. Come through. It is the place to be. Guys, thank you again for another year of amazing conversations and everything. Guys, once again, hey, you. Nope. Hey. Nope. There it is. There is a Morty. Well, I don't want to freak. I don't want to, miss the thing. He picks up because I say that when you guys super chat. That was Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, we are out of here. Happy New Year. See you in 2025. Peace.